Safety number 31, Zach Nowak.
So there you go. Those are your starting lineups for tonight's big matchup between GSL and DC. We appreciate all of you listening wherever you may be on this Friday night. I know we can only have 250 here at Stevens Seminary Stadium. We would have thousands here otherwise. Yep. We do appreciate you listening wherever you may be on this Friday night or watching via, a web stream. We appreciate you here, there, and everywhere, wherever you may be, for joining us on this matchup and this huge broadcast here tonight on KARP 106.9 KARP. That's your starting lineups. It's now time for your national anthem, brought to you by the Glencoe Lions. We'll have your national anthem after a word from the Glencoe Lions.
Number 68, Nathan Stoltenberg.
Close enough.
Good sportsmanship is all about.
Found it.
Nice.
You doubted him. I told you he had it. I never doubted him. You don't want to believe him. How's that bus have 3 under? Is it
really good? I'm hoping he comes in reverse soon.
Well, I told him to back it up after he hit you the first time.
Yeah, you got to finish it off.
Well, yeah, you can't just let you twitch there for...
Two ways tonight, senior, number 77, he is your captain, Nathan Warner. Junior,
30 degrees.
Yeah, it was a little off. A couple degrees.
Feels like 21. Balmy. It'd be nice and balmy in here.
Right.
I have a jacket off.
Yeah, he's in his t-shirt, so he's good to go.
I only wore 6 layers, so might be down to 3 by the time the game ends.
We live right now? Can you hear us over on that side? Okay. We could turn these down in between 2 breaks if we have to, just because we'll be live all the time.
Oh, yeah. We'll just do that.
At the other side,
Welcome back, everyone, to Stevens Seminary Stadium for a very fun, different version of the national anthem. Appreciate Colin back there playing some good hits as we come back from breaks throughout this game. As we get ourselves ready for this one coming up here shortly, we'll get you a game time and temp brought to you by the Glencoe Co-op Association. Adam, you remember last year's game, overtime. GSL looked like they had DC, couldn't put them away, and then DC wins in overtime. It was homecoming for them, and a huge crowd rushed onto the field afterwards.
Yeah.
We're not going to have the same type of atmosphere, but it feels like the intensity, just watching from even here in the press box, feels like it's about the same.
Yeah, even when you watch the players come onto the field, the biggest thing that was so fun to watch is even as that first group got on to start practicing special teams, very aggressive. Let's go, trying to pump everybody up. It was fun to watch, and I think you're right. It's going to be a very intense game here tonight.
It's now time for the Glencoe Co-op game time and temp. We'll have that after a 60-second timeout here on KARP.
Memorial Hospital and Clinics is proud to sponsor local high school sports. At Meeker Memorial, our team of providers, nurses, and staff is committed to providing care as it should be. Whether it's at our East or West Clinic in Litchfield, our clinic in Dassel, our specialty clinic, or in our emergency department, you can count on us to provide you and your family access to state-of-the-art health care, accompanied by personalized care. That's our commitment to you. That's our commitment to our community. Find us online at meekermemorial.org. Care as it should be.
For reliable comfort all year round, go with the Heritage family of heat pumps from American Standard and Mueller Sales and Service in Glencoe. Heritage heat pumps offer an outdoor unit that warms your home in the winter and cools your home in the summer with quiet, reliable efficiency you can count on year after year. Plus, they take comfort in energy efficiency to a new level. For complete sales, installation, and service after the sale, visit Russ and Crew at Mueller Sales and Service in Glencoe. American Standard Heating and Air Conditioning.
Welcome back, everyone. Stephen Seminary Stadium. It's now time for game time and temp. Currently outside, mostly cloudy skies. Well, the sun set about 45 minutes ago. 30 degrees out there right now. We have a wind from the west at 11 miles per hour. Flag in that south end zone is waving fairly strong. That will be a factor. Wind chill of 21 outside. Woo! Coldest home opener ever for Panther football, for Glencoe, for Silver Lake, for any. I'm going to go out and limb. I'm just going to throw it out there, at least in Minnesota. This is your coldest one had for any portion, for any part of the West all the way to GSL. It's the coldest home opener anyone's ever had. Just start this game off. DC, we got stripe down the middle of that helmet. The numbers in silver, purple trim for top, navy numbers on the top, and the DC on the helmet as well. Let's get ourselves ready for this one here tonight. Well, I think they're kicking it off left to right. The officials have, hopefully there wasn't a miscommunication. As the head official is in the left end zone, the end zone to our left. So was there a miscommunication with? Yes, there was. Either on a flip there was a miscommunication about which end GSL wanted to kick to, or DC. Currently it's 6:59. That's your Glencoe game time and temp. Glencoe Co-op Association game time and temp. It's now time for your kickoff brought to you by Sinkin Seeds. It is DC kicking off. My apologies here. The way everything was looking, it looked like GSL was going to be receiving, or kicking off. Instead, they'll be receiving. So kick return team will have to come out for GSL.
I don't know what. I have no idea what happened there.
It's something we can ask the coach in the post-game show.
Yeah.
There was obviously a miscommunication somewhere along the line. See, what we have here is a failure to communicate. Not sure what it was, but GSL was ready to kick off. Then DC, now with their kickoff team.
Well, then I guess that was Green Schwartz is over here telling the radio guy, cut it off. I don't know what was going on here.
Time for your kickoff brought to you by Sinkin Seeds. Sinkin Seeds, right here. Get your seeds for the 2021 season. How are we already there? Yes, you can kick off every season, every spring with Sinkin Seeds. The kickoff is high and away. It's a high, short one. It'll be caught. No, bobble on the run. Ball's loose. It'll be covered up by GSL. And they'll be starting 1st and 10. They have their own 27-yard line going left to right as we are underway. Thanks for joining us here on KARP and many other digital media as well on this Friday night. First, the name to get an eye on because the starting quarterback Axis Stifter goes up, and there's number 2, Jack, 6 foot and 20 pounds, running. Had a heck of a week last week. He now has 331 yards rushing, 5 touchdowns on the season. Wishbone backfield, Stifter under center, turn handoff, Jaskoliak with it, right side, hops back into the middle, keeps the legs driving, gets up to the 30-yard line, and that's where he'll be brought down for a pickup of 3.
Going to be interesting here for even us up here in the booth, right? I mean, they did a spectacular job sweeping this field off. The only thing is, they got the hash marks, they got the lines, no numbers on the field, so we got to make sure we always pay attention, too, to those side numbers to make sure we know, and hopefully the kids will help out with this, too.
GSL was just hoping they could get the field cleared so they could play tonight.
Exactly.
So they weren't worried about painting the numbers. I'm happy the hash marks are marked as well. So tonight, 2 wideouts, 1 right, 1 left. Jaskoliak wide right. Stifter under center, 2nd and 7. Turn. Going to do a mesh play. Keep with it. Stifter right side. Bounces off the first tackle. Then gets up to the 33 and is brought down there for a pickup of 3 on the keep on the mesh play. Going right with it. Stifter made the right read there, Adam. He's just got to make a harder cut or he needs a block from his running back that was still coming through.
Yeah, definitely. And the thing is, too, is you hand the ball off in the mesh play, too. Just hard to pull it out there, too. So, of course, you get the guys, you get a little grabby right away. Want the ball. But, yeah, right there, too, just a couple of blockers just couldn't quite pull in some of those defense or push off some of those defenders there. And, of course, runs into a little bit of a wall.
Brings up a 3rd and 4 for GSL going left to right at their own 33-yard line. Wishbone backfield, single wide out, ball going to the right, Stifter under center. Takes the snap, turn, hand off with it, right side, trying to find some room. He's going to get to the edges, Jaskowiaki's got the first down across the 40 to the 45, out and run out of bounds at the 48-yard line. And a big pickup and a first down for GSL. Up to the 47, a pickup of 14 for Jaskowiak going right side.
Good job by Jaskowiak, like I said, methodical runner, but right there too, he's got to try to get around the edge as quickly as possible, which he does. And then he just kind of lollygags a little bit, tries to find that little seam that he can squirt through quick, and he does, right between the sideline there, gets past one guy. Can't take him down if they just ride him out of bounds.
1st and 10 at their own 46-yard line. Single wide out each side. Jaskowiak wide to the right, ball going to the left, slanted eye backfield. Stifter under center, mesh play here. Full held off, handed off. I thought that was fumbled there for a second, as that one did not go much of anywhere. Swung back down. Is that Christensen with the carry?
I believe that was.
Yes, Jacob Christensen, carry, no gain.
Yeah, right now GSL has got to get a fine read on that midline. That's kind of what they're running there. A midline play. It's kind of that mesh play up the middle. Does Stifter hand it off? Does he keep it himself? Right now he's got to make that correct read, but at the same time too, you let that come through to attack that read off of it.
2nd and 10, wishbone backfield, turn, hand off with it, left side. Klockman met in the backfield, swung down and brought down at the line of scrimmage, no gain, trying to go left side with it. And a good job penetrating defense there by the Chargers of D.C.
DC right there just got the correct defense called. They've got some big linemen up there, of course. You know, I mean, they've got, I'm trying to think right here, 49.
Devin Campbell, 260.
Yeah, he's a big boy up there as well, just playing D-tackle. And you get some of these guys that are able to bulldoze through and they sniff out a play right away.
Bo Nelson's not too shabby either, 5'11", 204. Wishbone backfield, single wide out, Baumgarten wide to the right on his 3rd and 10 at their own 46, going to turn, hand off with it, right side, trying to find a cutback lane. It's Jaskowiak, nothing found there. Great job defensively by DC to snuff that play out. Speaking of Bo Nelson, he's in on that tackle, and the punt team comes out as it's 4th and 10.
Yeah, right there, GSL just trying to figure something out there and see if they can sneak something past DC and get into that second level. But DC, very tough, physical. They won the battle of the trenches there on that little
Of Nair and kind of linked back to receive the punt, now on 10-yard line. Backed up on from his own 34. He is Damian Silas. Takes a one-hopper, flag on the play. Play clock was at 10, so I'm not sure what the flag is here.
I think they're going to call it kind of a stutter snap, like whoever long snaps here for GSL. He kind of double pumped when he snapped it here, but we'll see what they call.
Yes, false start, so it backs him up another 5 yards for GSL. Westerly breeze, so it's a crosswind near side to far side.
Which does play in well with Silas's kicking because he is a right-footed kicker there, and he gets some good spin on that ball to make it float towards that left side there.
It's now the return runner up to the 15-yard line for DC. Low snap, able to handle it, shin high. Punt is a little bit of a spinner, but it will take a GSL roll inside the 30 to the 23 to the 22-yard line. That's where DC will start. 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line with 8:23 left to go in this first quarter of action. On the Glencoe Light and Power scoreboard, GSL and DC tied at 0. And now we get to see Eli Gilman, the man, the myth, and what a season last year he had, and already this year really making a name for himself out there. The 6-foot, 187-pound quarterback / Mr. Everything, if you want to think of it that way.
Damian Silas right there came out the field too, saying, I just got to get that up a little bit, hit it off the shin, got to try to correct myself.
Gilman under center, wishbone backfield with him. Takes a snap, turn, hand off, right side with it. That's Johnson trying to find a lane to weave his way through, and nothing there for Keaton Johnson. Went right side, pickup of 1 on the carry.
Good job by the defense there, just come crashing down in that middle play. And DC, very quick up to the line here type of a method.
Yeah, they go tempo, they hurry things up, so there's not going to be a lot of downtime between plays for DC. 2nd and 9, Gilman under center, wishbone backfield, going to hand it off. No, going to go option left side with it. Gilman looking for a pitch back, landed a great tackle in the open field, snuffing him out on that one for a loss of 1. So that clock been in on the tackle. Loss of 1 for Gilman as he was trying to stretch out that option play to the left side. but not able to do so. We're seeing both teams good. You were talking about the gap integrity earlier.
Absolutely. Again, high-tempo offense here, but, yeah, like I said, very slick, too. Gilman slipping, Klockman, all those guys slipping a little bit, but making the tackle. Good job by GSL sticking with that.
3rd and 11. Gilman goes down the line, relays the play as he gets it from the sideline, looking over, wishbone back to those 3rd and 11. Gilman takes a snap. 4-man rush, has time, pressure coming. They're trying to keep him hemmed in, but Gilman fires. Always get cut to the near side. Held enough for a first down across the 30 and knocked out of bounds at the 33-yard line. Really created something from nothing in a pickup of 12 on 3rd and 11.
It's going to be, they are just going to give it to him. I thought maybe it was going to be close here, and they were going to bring out the sticks there to take a measurement there, but they just gave it to him right away. So, yeah, good pressure by GSL's defense, but just couldn't quite contain Gilman enough.
So they left 2 guys on the outside to try and contain him outside, but the problem is then they're being held from the run up the gut.
And very speedy, of course. He can get away from that.
1st and 10 for DC. They'll turn, hand off to the fullback. Horniman with it. Gets across the line up to the 35-yard line for a pickup of 3. Hayden Horniman, 6 foot, 196-pound fullback for the Chargers as they continue their tempo/hurry-up offense. Not a lot of downtime between plays. 2nd and 7 for them going right to left, their first drive of the game. Snap, handoff, trying to find room left side. That's Monty Gilman with it. Tried to jitterbug his way through, couldn't find any gap. Good job containing and taking down by the GSL defense there. Pickup of 1.
GSL playing very good in the trenches right now. Very physical. Irchata, Warner, Zach Voles in on that one, doing a good job of making sure they continue to have that pressure on the inside.
3rd and 7 for DC as Eli Gilman, the quarterback, gives the play to his offensive line, spins it down, now spins around and relays it to his running backs. Wishbone backfield is 3rd and 7. Gilman under center, takes a snap, bootleg, rolling right side, looking for someone to throw to, has a man, and it's incomplete. He had Mason Early open, but not able to complete that pass. Over the middle, would have been enough for a first down. Instead, it's incomplete. It's 4th down. The punt team comes out.
And just to mention this, too, we really didn't say any of this, but GSL comes out in that 5-3 front, right? 5 down line. And what they did is they rolled Zach Voles up on that nose tackle. And Zach Voles' main mission right there, get past the center and get in the backfield. And he did a great job putting pressure right away, making Gilman roll out. And then right there, Eaker in his face, putting a lot of pressure. That's what they have to continue to do with Gilman back there.
Colin Asplin back to punt from his own 20-yard line, right to left. Takes the snap, good snap back, gets the punt away. It's a high one, fair catch, waited for by Nowak. He will catch it at his own third line. It'll be 1st and 10 at their own 34 for GSL. So seeing both teams punt, move, get a first down, but end up punting on the first drive of the game with 6:02 left to go on the Glencoe Light and Power scoreboard. Still reads 0-0 between GSL and DC.
And like we said, we're going to see a lot of this back and forth for a little bit. It's going to be who gets that first touchdown in there and really make it count to get the win back in their side. So you might see this little back and forth tag game going on for a bit, but it's going to be interesting to see how GSL adjusted here now and moves down the field.
Ended up spotting at the 35 handoff, coming around right side, looking for him. Glencoe, look for a cutback lane. Much found a pickup of 1 on the play as there was a good chunk of the DC defense there to tackle him.
Yeah.
Could not find a cutback lane because there wasn't one.
Definitely, and right there again, DC doing a fantastic job. Shucking off their defender in front of them, moving down to where the ball carrier is, and just making them gain tackles. And that's what you want to see from your defense, right? Eyes up, getting that separation up front, allowing yourself to be able to move down the line. The coaching staff over there has got to be very pleased so far with that defensive line.
A little bit of a change from what we've seen with Stifter so far at quarterback. He's actually coming over to get the plays at times. Not every time, but at times he comes over to get the plays. Wishbone backfield. Christensen, the fullback, they'll hand it off. Glencoe with it. Stutter steps, tries to drive through, and there's let's see, I count only 4 guys of the 11 that weren't in that gang tackle for DC. But a decent gain, a pickup of 2 for Glencoe. Right side brings up a 3rd and 7.
Now, I understand, too, that when you get a group of guys running, they're flocking towards that ball carrier, right? The biggest thing I would really like to see out of GSL's offense right now is maintaining your block. Stay with the guy until you hear the whistle. Don't let him go around you at all costs. And the biggest thing is, too, is downfield tackling, blocking. I'm sorry, downfield blocking is a huge factor in the offense.
3rd and 6 for GSL. A slanted eye backfield, flanker left side of the line. Stifter under center, turn, play action, bootleg, rolls left, pressure coming, looking to throw, pumps, throws it over the middle, incomplete over the head of Riley Butcher. Good coverage on the play by DC. That was his own coverage, and they had about 3 or 4 guys in that passing lane, so thankfully the throw from Stifter a little high, but a 3-and-out now for the offensive GSL.
I think, too, Butcher is coming over here to talk to Stifter, and, I don't know if he thought that he shouldn't have gotten that ball. I don't know what it is, but they're talking it over, and Stifter kind of patted himself, too. I maybe put it in the wrong spot, but by the looks of it looked like Butcher could have maybe put a hand on the ball at least.
But a 3-and-out for the GSL offense, and punting from his own 25-yard line. Moving up a couple of yards now is Damian Silas. 2 guys back to receive at their own 15 for DC. Silas, better punt this time, a little bit of a wobbler, but a good height on it. It'll check up like Adam Donovan's sand wedge and checks in right around the 33, 34-yard line.
Let's not go that far here.
Well, try to be nice.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
4:23 left to go in the first quarter of action. 3 punts so far, 2 from GSL, 1 from DC. We see the Chargers offense come out onto the field for the second time tonight. They'll be going right to left at their own 34-yard line. Going right to left. No score on the Glencoe Light and Power scoreboard. Waiting for fireworks, and it feels like it's just a matter of time before these offenses figure out what their defenses are doing against them. Wishbone backfield, Eli Gilman under center. Turn, snap, hand off. No, going to go option, pitch, ball on the ground. And he picked up. Keaton Johnson just has to pick it up and survived by GSL defensively as they blew that play up before the word go. A loss of 3 on that one, and Keaton Johnson has to absorb that loss just because there were no options by the time that ball got pitched out to him by Eli Gilman. You talked about Vols in the middle. He's really having a huge impact.
Absolutely, just constantly pushing hard, getting through there, adding some pressure in that backfield. That's what you got to continue to see.
Brings up a 2nd and 13. Wishbone backfield. Horniman, Monty Gilman, and Keaton Johnson are the deep guys in that wishbone. Horniman fullback. They hand it off to Horniman this time, and he's met and wrapped up and swung back down by big number 63. Marco Iachetta with the tackle after a pickup of 2.
Good job by Iachetta getting in there, wrapping up right away and bringing him down. That's a huge play by the senior.
3rd and 12 for DC going right to left. Trying to convert on 3rd down here. Gilman, again, reading through the play, giving it to the offensive line and then the running backs. Now he ducks under center on this 3rd and 12. 5-man rush for GSL. Takes a snap play action, looking to throw to Keaton Johnson coming down the backfield near side. It's caught by Keaton Johnson, the 40. The ball knocked free. Now are they going to say it was completed? No. Incomplete is the ruling. The officials are going to talk it over. But yes, they agree. Incomplete pass on that one for DC. Well, that's a beautiful pass. Nearly brought in by Keaton Johnson, and that one knocked free at the last second there. Was that Rushmeyer with the knockdown?
Yes, it was. And Rushmeyer there, too, just maybe got beat just a tad, but he kept with the guy, sticking with him, trying to get back up to him. Puts a good hit wrap kind of around the back waist there, able to just pull it out of his hands. Great job by Rushmeyer there, getting down there and defending that pass.
So it's up 4th down. And we anticipate punt team will come out, and they do for DC. 3:07 left to go. That was a nice play. A wheel route coming out of the backfield for Keaton Johnson. But again, Rushmeyer just able to knock that ball free. Had Johnson even gotten even another half step in, I think he would have had that one being a completed catch and then a fumble out of bounds.
Yep.
Whereas he caught it, was taking his 2 steps, and Rushmeyer hit him and knocked it free. Back to punt once again is Asplin. From his own 15, a little bit of pressure. Gets a good punt away, far side. It'll hit at the 45. Take a Charger roll inside the 40. Big hop to the 37, to the 36, to the 35. And a 1st and 10 at their own 35 for GSL. As they'll have their 3rd possession here in the first quarter. 2:55 left to go. And so far, Adam, it has been a defensive matchup between GSL and DC.
Absolutely. And we said it was going to be this tag-your-it thing back and forth a little bit, but both defenses coming up strong right now and trying to make it so they can get their offense back on the field. And both of them have continued to constantly be putting pressure on each other. And I think this game's going to be matched up to what we thought it was going to be.
1st and 10 at their own 36, going left to right, ball on the far hash. Wishbone backfield, Christensen, the fullback, Jaskoyak and Klockman, the deep guys, and that wishbone, they'll hand it off, coming around right side. Jaskoyak looking for a cutback lane. He puts the foot on the ground and drives himself forward up to the 40-yard line before he's brought down. Pick up a 4 on the carry for Jaskoyak.
Got about 2 minutes and 40 seconds left here in the first quarter, and like you said, just very physical football here so far in this half. And we've seen some passing, but like you said, predominantly running plays, trying to play that smash mouth football, which is very common in Minnesota football in this time of weather and environment.
So bring up a second, and actually spot him at the 41. So 2nd and 5. One wide out each side. Christensen, the single setback. Jaskoliak wide right. Nowak wide left. Tight end on each side of the line. Going to turn handoff. Christensen up the middle with it. Little skitter through. He gets across the 45, across midfield. Driving the legs. Gets stood up at the 48-yard line. Nice run by the fullback there. Got it open and got a look and took full advantage of it. Pickup of 12.
Great job by Jake Christensen, just doing a good job of finding that little seam gap, able to get through there, skeet through, and then just keep the legs chopping, especially with all that white around him, staying low, chopping the legs, getting those extra yards.
The most impressive part for me, though, Adam, was watching the offensive line push back the DC offensive line by a yard or two on it. 1st and 10 at the DC 48-yard line. Turn handoff, left side with it. Clockman, he had to wait to get the handoff, and a great job shooting the gap by the defense there from DC. I think that was Teddy Burquist that got in there, shot that gap as it just seemed a little delayed on the handoff to Clockman, loss of 2.
Yeah, and I just think that too, maybe Jackson Stifter just taking a little slower to make that kind of open up to him, and that maybe just turning even the wrong way. But like you said, Clockman had to wait a little bit to get that ball, and that kind of made the big difference because then, of course, linebackers watching, shooting through, making the tackle.
Brings up a 2nd and 12, wishbone backfield ball in the far hash, going left to right. Stifter under center, turn, hand off, second man through, right side with it. Jaskoliak, he'll power his shoulders down, driving through the secondary, across the 40, and up to the 39-yard line. He will be close, and depending upon which spot they go with, they go near side, it's short. If they go far side, they're going to go far side and give him the first down and pick up a 12. Yep. There it is, pick up a 12 for Jaskoliak. Just put the shoulder down and drove through on that one. Once he got past the line of scrimmage, it feels like if he gets to the second or third level, Jaskoliak's not afraid to lower those shoulders.
And it's a good job they did, too, because GSL plays that kind of misdirection mesh play there where they come out this, coming out to the left, and then hands it off inside to Jaskoliak. Great job by him running it out.
Wing T backfield with Christensen, the single setback. They hand it off to him again. He skirts through. He skips through across the 35 up to the 30-yard line. Going to be close to a first down. Another nice gain on that empty backfield look with Jacob Christensen. That will be a pickup of 9 and bring up 2nd down.
A very good play right there. GSL spreading out that defense, making sure they cover on those guys, and just a little bit of empty backfield. Some of them linebackers and cornerbacks has a little bit less pressure up front there for possibly, of course, they're going to mark it a yard down.
30 seconds left to go. It should be the final play of the first quarter. No score in the Glencoe-Lighton power scoreboard between GSL and DC. Wishbone backfield. Stifter will duck under center. Peters at the play clock at 6. Takes the snap. Hand off. Second man through right side. Just go back with it. Bounces it to the right side. Looking to get some room. Across the 20. To the 15. Near side. 10. 5. Dive. Touchdown. Yes. Touchdown. GSL.
That's a huge run right there for Jaskoliak, and again, he gets that little extra burst of speed coming around that end, able to beat all the guys. He does a spectacular job trying to keep his balance in bounds there and gets across for the touchdown for the first 6 of the game, which is huge for GSL. And of course, with that touchdown means another $20 from Core Trust Bank to the Panther Booster Association for a grand total of $180.
29-yard touchdown run for Jaskoliak, his 6th rushing touchdown of the season. On now for the extra point is Damian Silas. Christensen to hold. Snap is there. Down on the tee. Kick is up. Beautiful end-over-end kick. It is up, and it is good. With 6 seconds left to go in the Glencoe-Lighton power scoreboard in the first quarter, GSL leads 7-0 over DC back after the 45-second timeout on KARP.
Life takes you places. Whether you're opening your first account or building credit, buying your first car, or purchasing a home, starting a business, or saving for retirement. Core Trust provides tools you need for your financial success. When you're ready to take the next step, Core Trust will be here, right by your side. Visit CoreTrustBank.com today.
Member FDIC.
Bunk's Family Restaurant of Glencoe has been proudly serving the area for over 30 years. They offer daily breakfast, lunch, and dinner specials. And don't forget about their famous beef commercial, rated the best beef commercial in the state by WCCO-TV. Bunk's Family Restaurant in Glencoe, where made from scratch is their recipe.
there about the side. It was this play, drive, 29-yard touchdown run by Jaskariak, went 64 yards, extra point up and good from Silas. Now, Concedes kickoff, St. Concedes and Brown reminding you to get your seeds for 2021 planting season. St. Concede in Brown and Silas to kick it off, going left to right. Eli Gelman back deep to, is that, no, that's not, no, that's Kyan Link. Back deep to receive at his own 5-yard line. See if Silas puts this one, a good boom into that one. It's a high short kick, caught at the 10-yard line. Link with it, cuts it back towards the middle of the field at 15 to the 20. He's wrapped up and brought down. Well, a good defensive play there up to the 21-yard line. And yes, another tackle for Klockman. So 1st and 10 for DC. They were starting field position to game 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line, and there is a second left, so we'll get one more play in this first quarter.
Good job by Klockman. He's kind of what they call the nut man, right? So when he goes, he heads straight down the field he goes, gets him through around the backside there, does a great job of running him down and making a big open field tackle.
Eli Gilman will be under center, wishbone backfield, final play of this first quarter. Gilman under center, takes the snap, going to hand it off, no, keep right side, tries a juke, he gets past one man, he's still on his feet, and Gilman trips up and brought down. Every time he starts to get past that line of scrimmage, Adam, you can feel the breath come out of the GSL sideline, and the breath get breathed into the DC side. It's a pickup of 9, and that will do it. For the first quarter of action on the Glencoe Light and Power scoreboard, GSL leads by a score of 7-0 over DC. We'll take a 60-second timeout. Second quarter in 60 seconds here on KERP.
And the values that shape their heritage at Munson Lakes Nutrition will remain. They'll continue to manufacture a great product at a fair price, give great customer service, and base every decision on fairness and decency. For the best in animal nutrition, you'll never go wrong with a stop at Munson Lakes Nutrition. They're big enough to serve you and small enough to care for you. That's your friends at Munson Lakes Nutrition in Hollow Lake and Munson Lakes Country Store.
At Ashley Home Store, when we say we got it, we really mean it. We've got all the popular styles like Urbanology and Maine and Nason, a modern approach to classic farmhouse design, as well as some of the highest quality and customer ratings in the industry. Not to mention, we've also got the top mattress brands and no-interest financing options that fit any budget. So come in today and see why Ashley Home Store is America's #1 furniture and mattress store. Ashley Home Store, 1354 Highway 15 South, next to Target in Hutchinson.
Where are they going to
This
get
is home.
Wishbone backfield option left side. Gilman will keep it, and he'll find just enough room left side on a 2nd and 1. It'll give him the spot for a first down. It'll be 1st and 10 as he just sat there, went left side, waited for a hole to develop, and it never did, Adam.
Right, yeah, just nothing really developed, but he was able to pick up that first down.
1st and 10 at their own 31. Now going left to right is DC. Again, a westerly breeze, so it's near side to far side from our point of view for the win. Handoff Horniman up the middle, tries to break through the initial arm tackle, gets stood up. Maybe a pickup of 1 on that one for Horniman. Try to take it up the middle going right side. Now we see a GSL player hustling off the field, holding a shoulder. That's not a good sign for GSL.
Yeah, it's going to be Jaden Eaker coming off here. Maybe just has either a stinger or possible dislocation here. We'll see because he was not moving it much.
2nd and 9, Wishbone backfield once again. Eli Gilman under center, 3rd drive of the game for DC. They'll hand it off to Keaton Johnson, left side off guard. He didn't get much of anything, maybe a pickup of 1 again. Good push initially, then got stood up and driven backwards by the end of the play. Pickup of 1 for Keaton Johnson. You really got to commend GSL's defense so far, Adam. Done a great job blowing up a lot of these plays for DC.
Yep, constantly doing a good job of pulling in there and making sure that they can really put that pressure up there and contain Gilman and DC as a whole, and they've done a great job of it. That's going to be Toby Nolan that came in now for Jaden Eaker.
3rd and 8, going left to right for DC. Gilman with a wishbone behind him under center on this 3rd and 8. Takes a snap, 5-step drop, looking to pass, has time. Now he's going to try to run, he gets wrapped up, and he'll be held on to by the entire defensive line if they blow the play down. And a big sack and a great defensive play there by the Panther defense and their first sack of the game.
It's going to be a great job right there by the GSL defense, constantly in there adding pressure. And, of course, with that sack means another $20 from Pro Auto and Transmission of Glencoe for the sack attack. Another $20 means a grand total of $40.
Loss of 8 on that sack for DC, so they get backed up all the way to their own 25-yard line. Asplin to punt from his own 10. Where he set up, Nowak setting up at his own 45-yard line. Gets the snap, has time, punts away. Very good kick again by Asplin. He's had a nice night, high hop, Nowak fake, go for it, lets it go. The hop behind him checks up and stops there. 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line for GSL, going right to left, leading by a score of 7-0. They've stopped a very high, potent offense of DEC so far. And you can look at the scores from the first 2 games. You go, well, why they didn't score that much until late against Holy Family. They also had 5 turnovers in that game and still won handily against Holy Family. And last week they were slow starting again before things got going in the second half against New One and Spicer.
Yeah, definitely. And right now, of course, like I said, they're both playing in the same elements, but sometimes just the elements and being away from home field too kind of plays with you a little bit. And GSL has come out here to prove a point here tonight.
1st and 10 at their own 38-yard line, going right to left, wishbone backfield, Stifter under center, going to hand it off, second man through, right side with it, Glencoe bounces it across the 45-40 to the midfield, and knocked out of bounds at midfield to the 48-yard line, a pickup of 14 on the run right side for Glencoe, a new replica of the touchdown run we had the last offensive play.
Yeah, definitely. If the GSL maybe and the coaching staff has found that play in that niche that they're saying, hey, we can run off that right side right there. We got good end containment with our tackle and our tight end. That way Glencoe can really get around, turn the boosters on, and pick up some good yards. Nice job by the offense.
1st and 10 at the DC 48-yard line. Pro set backfield, 1 wide out each side. Ball on the right hash, turn, hand off, fullback left side, gets stumbled and tripped up in the backfield. I think he tripped on one of the offensive linemen trying to pull around for him. Christensen drops for no gain on the play. Just
kind of watching here, too, Jaden Eaker, they've taken off his pads right now, and they're really checking out that left shoulder. And there is times he winces a little bit, so there's a good chance that maybe a little separation there, and he's probably going to be done.
His return to the game looks very doubtful at this point. 2nd and 10. That's a big loss defensively for GSL. Single wide out wide to the right, wing T backfield. Stifter under center, turn, hand off, Christensen with it again. The offensive line driving forward, flag on the play. I don't think they had the end covered up. I don't know if Butcher was on the line of scrimmage like he needed to be, or if he was covering up the legal receiver on the far side. Official on the far sideline dropped the flag right away, and false start, or legal formation. You recall on it.
I would say legal formations because they let it go.
Yep. And Eaker's leaving the field now. Walking off under his own power, but his day is done.
Yeah, arm's still down, and there's a good chance maybe they might take him over to good old Glencoe Regional over here just to have him get looked at.
Should mention right now, Greg Clark, the backup quarterback, where the passing quarterback is warming up on the sideline for DC right now, so we could see a different offense for the Chargers when their offense comes out next.
Yep.
2nd and 14 for GSL, 12 on the play clock as Stifter comes into the huddle with 8:40 and counting left to go in the first half. Team sprints up to the line with 5 on the play clock. I formation backfield, Stifter under center. Turn, handoff, right side, Glencoe cooks for a cutback lane, not much found there. He'll dive forward, pick up of 2 on the play for Glencoe as he gets to his own 49-yard line.
Good job right there. GSL's offensive line trying to get that little extra shove right there, but DC's defense able to immediately sniff that out, put a lot of pressure up front, and now a big 3rd down coming up here for GSL.
So 3rd and 13 for the Panthers. And from their own 49, need to get to the DC 38-yard line for a 1st down. 7-0 GSL lead on the Glencoe Light and Power scoreboard. Glencoe, a 29-yard touchdown run. I formation. Draw, play action, little flick out to the near side. As Stifter was hit as he was trying to make the throw, and he did have Christensen open on that play, but as a play action on a 3rd and 13, Adam, the defense was not keen on that run at all. They were ready, and they had Stifter as soon as he turned around. He was just fortunate to make the pass even happen.
Well, and even now with the play action there, GC ends up having a blitz. They say, you just go. And it's exactly what happened. Too much pressure in the backfield there for Stifter. And I like this option here to punt, though, of course, as they're on that side. But you can try to pin them back here a little more and let the offense try to beat you, because right now they haven't proven it yet.
7:49 left to go in this first half. Silas the punt. Takes a couple of steps and it gets blocked. It's high on the far side and it will go out of bounds, and DC gets the big play they've been waiting for. As that punt took a little too long to develop for Silas, And it's blocked, and it's going to be great starting field position for DC. 1st and 10 at the GSL 36-yard line.
As much as it took a little too long to develop, and Scott Trimpley's talking to his punter here too, like you got to get moving with that when that ball comes in. But at the same time too, a lot of pressure came up the middle right there, and I'm thinking DC just overstacked that middle, coming through, getting some guys in there to add some pressure, and then when you get the running backs, the guy try to pick everything up to try to protect the punter. That's tough too when you got a guy coming at you with a head full of steam.
So 1st and 10 at the GSL 36-yard line. This will be the first snap in GSL territory here for DC with 7:42 left to go. And it will be Eli Gilman still under center. He'll be at quarterback, wishbone backfield. They had Clark warming up just in case. The great field position, they're going to try and stick with the run. Handoff, Monty Gilman with it. He jumps across the line of scrimmage, across the 30, keeps the legs driving. He'll be close to a first down, as they'll spot him at the 26. Wait for the officials to, I think it's a pickup of 9, and it is for Monty Gilman.
Fast tempo offense here one again, but right now DC's got a little momentum here and got GSL's got to try to slow them down with a little more pressure in that backfield.
2nd and 1, wishbone backfield again. Eli Gilman under center, takes the snap, turn, hand off with it, right side. Keaton Johnson got the low man, got him on that one. Nice tackle by Bo Leppel. He does fall forward, this Johnson. He'll get enough for a first down pickup of 1.
Yeah, he gets the first down, but like you said, good job, Bo Leppel, just squeezing in there. Low man wins in that one, right? I mean, Bo Leppel, if you know him, not a very tall kid, but I tell you what, he stays super low.
Not fast according to his brother.
According to his brother, he's the slowest Leppel out there, but stays really low, wraps him up, and makes a huge tackle right there.
1st and 10 at the GSL 25-yard line for DC. Wishbone backfield. Eli Gilman under center, takes a snap, turn, hand off with it, right side. With it is Johnson. Keaton Johnson, good carry across the 25 up to the 21-yard line. A pickup 5 on the carry for Johnson right side, and that's the biggest hole he's had to run through all game, Adam.
Yeah, definitely. He got a big hole there, but GSL still able to get over to him quick enough and bring him down.
2nd and 5, wishbone backfield, Gilman under center, toss play left side, Keaton Johnson, flag on the play. False start by the Chargers. And if there's one thing that's been a bugaboo for this team, especially early on the season for DC, it has been the penalties, and the turnovers have been a big thing they've been trying to work their way through.
Definitely. They've really found themselves with a lot of dirty laundry on the field right now, and they've got to mentally get back into this game a little bit to stop hurting themselves.
2nd and 10 now for DC at the GSL 25-yard line, going left to right. Eli Gilman under center. Hard count. I could name you all 5 guys playing on the defensive line because they all jumped on that hard count and they get the 5 yards back.
And I tell you what, that's one of the biggest things that really is frustrating to a coach, right? You just got a big penalty against the offense, which moves them back, and then they get the 5 yards back again because your defense decides not to listen and watch that ball.
2nd and 5, wishbone backfield. Eli Gilman under center. Takes the snap, turn, handoff. Monty Gilman with it left side, finds a room to run. He dive forward across the 15 and up to the 11-yard line is where he will get a pickup of 9, another first down for DC. Is there any difference that they're doing here in the blocking on the offensive line? Because they're really creating bigger holes than we saw the first couple of drives.
Yeah, I'm sure they went in and the linemen talking to the coaching staff shows right there what they need to block with.
Handoff right side, and Johnson slips as he was trying to cut it back inside. No gain on the play.
What I was saying there is when the offense comes off, the coaching staff comes over and says, what are you linemen seeing? How are they lining up? So then they write it all out and show how they're lining up. Well, now they make their adjustments and corrections here, and you can see that DC has found a way to block that front guy, that nose tackle.
It is 2nd and goal. It should be noted. 2nd and goal at the 11-yard line. Gilman under center, toss by left side to Johnson, and the flag. Same player that got a flag the first time gets it a second time.
Yep, false start once again here. So now, of course, GSL heads up mentally, right? Make sure you're watching the ball. Do not go until it is snapped. Don't give them that 5 extra yards back.
So now it's 2nd and goal from the 15-yard line for DC with 5:45 left to go in the first half on the Glencoe Light and Power scoreboard, and now thought for a second there might be a different offensive set, but no, it still looks like that wishbone with Horniman as the fullback, Monty Gilman and Keaton Johnson the deep guys in that wishbone backfield, the halfbacks in that situation. Under center is Eli Gelman, takes the snap, play action, looking to pass, has time, stands tall in the pocket. Now he's looking to run, flips to the left. Now he switches it back to the right side of the field, pumps once, stays on his feet, breaks one arm tackle, stiff arms the man, gets swung down on the play. Zach Foles ended up getting him for a sack on the play. Back at the 22-yard line, actually the 24-yard line, a loss, all 8.
Zach Foles does a great job there, busting through, trying to add that pressure in the backfield, but then rolls completely out and runs down Gilman as he got slowed up a little bit there, but makes a huge sack. And, of course, with that sack means another $20 from Pro Auto to the Panther Booster Association for a grand total of $60.
And now for the first time tonight, Greg Clark checks into the game as quarterback, but that does not mean Eli Gilman comes off the field. That just means he switches to a dangerous position.
Absolutely. They're going to split him out here is what I'm guessing, and now he's a very, very viable offensive threat with being a receiver.
So Clark in the shotgun, 4 wide, 3 left, 1 right, and in the timeout by Coach Scott Shimperly as he saw the formation. Probably a wise choice there as I saw defenders still sprinting around on the field with 4:30 left to go. 7-0 lead in favor of GSL. It'll be a 3rd and goal from the GSL 24 for DC, but timeout, Panthers.
This timeout is brought to you by Bergman Interiors, serving the Glencoe, Hutchinson, Waconia, and Winstead areas. Bergman's got you covered with floor coverings, window treatments, cabinets, and Cambria countertops. Call for your free in-home or design studio appointment today. Yeah, good, smart head-up move right there by Scott Shimpley. You got a defender, which is Bo Leppo, rushing out there. But not only that, they've got 3 wide on the other side, and they've only got 1 on this side. You've got to make sure, especially with Gilman, Bo Leppo was not lined up on Gilman.
I was going to say, is there somebody that's even assigned to Gilman when he becomes a receiver at that point? Do you have, you don't have anyone that speed and agility that I don't know if anyone GSL has to match, maybe outside of Jaskoliak.
I mean, what they're probably doing now, they roll up Nowak a little bit to kind of help out on that side, which is what you're seeing here now.
Shotgun, 4 wide, 3 to the left, 1 to the right. Eli Gelman is middle of the 3 set on the left side, ball on the right hash, 3rd and goal from the 24-yard line. Clark now the quarterback, 10 on the play clock. He looks over to his left to the DC sideline. Relays the information to the offensive line, takes the shotgun snap now. Chest high snap, has time, 4-man rush, looks, throws, middle, man wide open. Keaton Johnson caught and immediately stonewalled by Nowak, but he caught it, and he's up to the 2-yard line, a 22-yard pass and catch.
Yeah, it's going to be a big 4th down coming up here now. GSL's really got their work cut out, but Scott Shimpley not happy whatsoever. And just a falter there and a little bit of that zone, and nobody got there in time to make it, but they make the tackle. He's not in the end zone, but still really, really tough with that play.
Yeah, Nowak came up looking like a tough, he was kind of standing over, lording over him, but it's like you still give up 22 yards, and now it's a 4th and goal from the 2. Wishbone backfield, Eli Gilman back under center, takes a snap, turn, handoff, Johnson with it, right side, no stretch, no, he is not in yet. Did he fall in? No! He did not get in. He is stuffed at the half-yard line, a defensive stand on 4th and goal for GSL.
That's a huge defensive stand right there, and of course, they roll Nowak off the field quickly, and they run in Jacob Van Dorp to get in there on that to be another lineman, and I tell you what, great job by that defense, owning the trenches, getting in there physically, and just holding up everybody. Beautiful job by that goal line defense.
3:43 left to go, so the defense got set up on a short field. They got a 1st and goal. They bounced them back to the 24. Then on 4th and goal from the 2, the defense makes a big stand, but now a tough play here for the Panthers. 1st and 10 at their own 1.
Yeah.
If I'm Stifter and I'm talking with Coach here, I might say, hey, Coach, can we do a couple hard counts here? Because we're not going to lose any yardage.
Absolutely.
Wishbone backfield, turn, hand off with it, right side, Jaskoliak cuts it inside, bounces it back outside, he'll power forward across the line of scrimmage up to the 5-yard line is where he'll be finally brought down for a pickup of 4 on 1st down, and that's a big play right away on that drive.
I was going to say, that just gives you a ton of breathing room right there, allowing yourself to operate a little bit better, but very quick on it, too. You know, like you said, you can go with the hard counts, but at the same time, too, go on sound. You catch them off guard every now and then, too. It shows right there. Beautiful job by the offense for GSL.
3:13 and counting left to go in the Glencoe Light and Power scoreboard. 7-0 lead in favor of GSL. Jaskoliak, 29-yard touchdown run, Silas extra point up and good. That's it for the scoring in this game. Wishbone backfield. Takes the snap to Stifter, hand off right side, Jaskowiak with it, shoots across the line of scrimmage. He's got a first down and more across the 10 to the 15, down to the 16-yard line is where he's brought down for a pickup of 10. And he shot through that line, Adam, and I thought there could have been a long run up coming.
Absolutely. The way he kind of got through there, we saw that last week, right? All of a sudden, he just kind of shoots right through and is able to get out to the races. And you thought he was going to go, but of course, GC just does a good job of getting around those ankles and bringing him down.
1st and 10 at their own 16-yard line. Single setback, Christensen, one wide out each side. They're going to hand it off to Christensen up the middle. He weaves his way through across to the 20, still on his feet. Now he's picked off the ground, and now it's a rugby scrum. And the whistle will blow. He's at to the 23-yard line, a pickup of 7 on the carry.
Almost looked like Ross Geller was out there trying to get on that rugby scrum, like you said, and just trying to go over the top. That's funny. But yeah, you're right. Good job by GSL. Even though you get into that scrum like that, keep pushing. Hopefully you can fall forward or just stand up until they get that whistle blown.
And remember, DC will get the ball first in the second half. So even if GSL doesn't score to end this, score on this drive, if they could just end the half having the football and not give DC the ball back, that's huge. Wing T backfield, going to hand it off, coming around left side with it, looking for room. Nice little jump cut, getting a first down and more for Klockman as he gets met and brought down at the 28-yard line. He'll get a pickup of 4 and a first down for GSL.
Of course, the biggest thing is here, too, though, is GSL ended up getting the ball to start the first half, and they're going to want to do everything they possibly can to see if they can get some points on it, too, because second half comes around, DC's going to get that ball right away.
Minute 50 and counting left to go. GSL not in a full hurry-up offense because DC does have all 3 timeouts left.
Yep.
So they don't want to risk it, and we can confirm Eaker's day is done. He's on the sideline.
He's bandaged up and everything.
Hand off, second man through up the middle with it, trying to jump cut to his left, now back to his right and going forward across the line of scrimmage. Across the 30 is Jaskowiak up to the 32-yard line, make it 33 for a pickup of 5.
Good job by Jaskowiak right there, just kind of trying to let it unfold a little bit. Able to squeak through on that little gap there, able to get through, does a nice spin move to get an extra 1 or 2 yards on that. Nice job by the offense.
And again, GSL not trying to run the clock out, but also not sprinting back up to the line here.
Nope.
And again, this is a tricky situation because they just had their last punt blocked. They don't want to give this offense for DC another chance here in the first half if they don't have to. 2 wideouts go wide to the right, I formation backfield, fullback. Christensen, Jaskowiak, the deep man, they'll toss it. Toss play right side with it. Jaskowiak gets a nice block, finds the edge. He's got it across the 35 to the 40. To the 45-yard line is where he's wrongly brought down. They'll pick up a 12 for Jaskowiak on the carry going right side. He's eclipsed 100 yards unofficially on the night. And GSL hurries up to the line of scrimmage. They will use a timeout here with 44 seconds left to go. They only have 1 timeout remaining in the first half, and they lead 7-0 timeout Panthers.
This timeout is brought to you by Birdman Interior, serving the Glencoe, Hutchinson, Waconia, and Winstead areas. The decorating store at your door. Great people, great products, great service. We got you covered.
Do appreciate Bruce and Devin, all of our sponsors for tonight. I know we got sponsors on both sides for GSL and also on the DC side. We do appreciate all of you for helping sponsor tonight's broadcast, and that's why we had to start a little earlier. We'll probably be going a little bit later, and we're doing a little bit more. You might hear a couple more of those commercials during the halftime. Hey, we love having you guys for allowing us to be here to broadcast these games to you. And tonight is one of those. This is a football night. I don't know what else could be a football night than this. 30-degree weather, cold, wind, snow on the sidelines. Memories are made on nights like these.
That's right. And like we said, even with the times that they are, right? I mean, we know you all can't be here, but it's thanks to you sponsors that are allowing us to come up here and bring all of the fans, grandparents, aunts and uncles, cousins, even parents that can't make it, but even the student body that can't be here. They're able to listen in to us. Of course, we've got the video going as well for us on the YouTube channel. You can watch it on there as well. We're on that as well, helping out too.
And
so
I know some people that are watching in their garages.
There you go.
Set up a TV and
there you go.
1st and 10. I formation backfield. 2 wideouts to the right, ball on to the left, ball on the right hash. Toss play left side with it. Jaskowiak looking for a cutback lane, comes to the near sideline, looking good. Block on the near side, and Jaskowiak runs out of bounds along the near side. A pickup of 8 on the play. He ran about 60 yards to pick up 8. Make it, 8 yards on the carry for Jaskowiak going left side. But you could clearly tell there, Adam, he was told, if you got to get out of bounds to stop the clock now. We only have 1 timeout left, and that's what he did.
Yeah, does a good job there, noticing he's by the sideline, try to get that extra yard and get out of bounds so you stop that clock. Great job by him. And Mitchell Clockman here just comes running off a little bit, lays down on the ground here, and they're checking him out too. Looks to be something maybe with an ankle or a knee as well.
2nd and 2. Butcher goes wide to the right. Wing T backfield is 2nd and 2 for GSL. Stifter under center. Takes the snap, turn, hand off. Christensen up the middle, try to bounce to the right side. He did not get the first down. Got a pick on, and GSL's got to hurry up. A timeout here. 1 clock is running. 25 seconds left. Stifter comes over to the sideline to get the play call. GSL's not using their timeout. Now he gives Stifter the play call at 20 on the clock. Clockman hobbling on the sideline. They huddle up quickly here with 13 on the play, 13 on the clock for the first half. Wishbone backfield down to 10. Stifter under center with 7 on the clock. Takes the snap, handoff, second man through, right side with his going. Bounces right side, he's got the first down. Stiff arms a man away, 2 seconds left. Ball knocked free, ball turned over, half will end. So it will be, I believe, a turnover to end the half, or was he down?
Yeah, I think they're going to call it down, but then the
Is
first,
there any time left on the clock?
the first down is picked up, so it should have been because they blew the clock and there was 2 seconds left.
I'm not sure there's any time left on the clock. GSL's leaving the field. Seeing if it is a turnover and DC's heading to their side as well, that will do it. Never got an official signal if it was a turnover or not.
No,
Pickup of 8, and that will do it for the first half of action here in Glencoe at Stevens Seminary Stadium. It's been low scoring, not what we expected, but it's still been a lot of fun between these two rivals. We'll take a 3-minute timeout. We'll come back, get your halftime report and stats brought to you by Gutter Helmet of Minnesota. We're back in 3 minutes here on KARP.
Kick off every farming season with local Golden Harvest seed advisor Sankin Seeds in Brownton. When the work gets tough and the days stretch on, you can count on Golden Harvest to deliver. Contact Bud, Whitey, or Mark Sankin of Sankin Seeds in Brownton to learn more about how Golden Harvest can help your operation. My Own Body Shop in Glencoe offers complete auto body repairs, 3 estimates, insurance work, glass replacement, quality work, restoration, custom paving, and pinstriping. Call Corey Papelka at My Own Body Shop today to schedule your appointment, 320-864-4964. 20 Johnny Rock's Body Shop has been helping people get back on the road. They'll offer free estimates, work with all types of insurance, and offer a lifetime guarantee workmanship. Johnny Rock's Body Shop, 1 mile south of Glencoe on County Road 2 or at 320-894-70.
You'll never guess GSL's up 7-0 at the half.
For a great meal, make it the Happy Hour Inn on 11th Street in Glencoe. Enjoy a great lunch or dinner special.
Don't worry about it.
And visit them on Facebook. Good company and good food is always waiting for you at the Happy Hour Inn, across from the courthouse on 11th Street in Glencoe.
Feel your best with a stop at Pure Life Chiropractic and Wellness Center in Glencoe. Hi, this is Dr. Nick Johnson. I offer full chiropractic services along with Dr. Jordan Christensen. Visit PureLifeGlencoe.com to find out more. That's Pure Life Chiropractic and Wellness Center on 10th Street in Glencoe.
No one works harder than Matthews Vashek Construction. Matthews Vashek Construction specializes in modeling, custom homes, and light commercial work. Visit them on Facebook to find out more. Find experienced carpenters providing quality craftsmanship at Matthews Vashek Construction.
Save money through energy efficiency and energy conservation rebates. Visit the Glencoe Light and Power Commission website at glencoelightandpower.com to get started. Proud to serve you and to support our local schools and students. It's the Glencoe Light and Power Commission, a leader in renewable energy and energy conservation.
For outrageously great food, make sure you stop at Unhinged Pizza in Glencoe. Stop by for the coolest pizzas, crazy good chicken, and all-you-can-eat buffet, salad bar, and more. Plus, book one of their back rooms for your next occasion. Treat your family to Unhinged Pizza in Glencoe.
Life is full of challenges that require flexibility, adapting to new conditions, adopting new strategies, and acquiring new skills. With Security Bank and Trust Company, you'll gain a trusted partner with over 80 years' experience and financing as flexible as your needs. With locations in Glencoe, Brownton, Plato, New Auburn, Winstead, Waconia, Chaska, Cologne, New Germany, Mayer, and now Hamburg, Security Bank is your local bank for clear, honest conversations. After all, they're growing together. Stop in today to talk about your banking needs. Security Bank and Trust Company, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
It may be the most hated chore in America, cleaning the gutters. Get off the ladder and get Gutter Helmet. With the Gutter Helmet lifetime warranty, you'll never clean your gutters again. And if they clog, Gutter Helmet will clean them for free. Gutter Helmet can be installed over existing gutters, but if you need new gutters, then get the Gentle Designer Series gutters. These exclusive designs will look amazing on your home. Get a free estimate at GutterHelmetMN.com.
you ask for friends, you make a friend's reference, and this is what happens.
Right. I like it. I like it.
Thank you, Colin. Appreciate that.
Well, you said it was a rugby scrum, and all I can think of is it's that episode of Ross going, you know, and he's tough Ross, and he's going to get up there to show Emily that he can play.
There we go. We're at the half, right? Brought to you by Halftime Report and Stats brought to you by Gutter Helmet of Minnesota. 7-0 lead in favor of GSL in a game that saw us start off with punts all over the place. First two possessions from each team were punts. GSL then gets the ball with 2:55 left to go. They go down the field 64 yards, ends with a 29-yard touchdown run by Jaskoliak. And there's, Adam, I think I'll say this, it's very obvious for all of us here able to watch this, but there's something with that right side of the line. GSL's been running right almost exclusively throughout this entire game.
Yeah, absolutely. They've continuously just utilized the run. We've seen a couple pass attempts, but they've found a way here to stay physical in what the elements are. And that's been GSL's mentality over all the years that I can really remember is we're going to play smash mouth football. And the reason why we run that wishbone and play that style is due to nights like this where the elements come into a factor. You've got a slippery field. It's cold out. It stings a little more when you hit. That's what they're going to do. And they've shown here tonight that they're not afraid to continue that traditional play going forward. And so far here tonight, I mean, we've seen it from both sides. And GSL still has that lead by 7.
GSL gets that one touchdown. Silas extra point up and good. Big play for DC. Came in. GSL was punting the ball midway through the second quarter, and the punt got blocked, and the punt attempt by Silas set up DC 1st and 10 at the GSL 36-yard line. DC would move the ball down, got first goal-to-goal situation, and they had a couple of penalties that backed them up, then a sack that really backed them up. Then on a 3rd and goal from the 24-yard line, they get a 22-yard pass and catch to Keaton Johnson from Clark. All of a sudden you're thinking, oh man, they might be able to still tie it up. They give it to Johnson again. Tries to go dive right side, gets stuffed at the 1-yard line, then GSL was able to run out the clock. DC never used a timeout at the end of that first half. They brought all 3 with them. Interesting, it was a tough spot because at no point was GSL ever in a 3rd down in that whole scenario, Adam.
No, you know, and I think you look at it this way too on the aspect of DC not running any of those timeouts or using any of them as they know GSL's far enough into that zone, deep enough into the zone, right? So there's to go with 2:56 left in the clock. And with the methodical runs that GSL has been showing that they're going to continue to do here, DC is going to make them and force them to continue to run those short runs and run the clock down, and then it's all up to them. They also know that at halftime here now they're going to get the ball, so they're like it's a lose-lose situation for GSL if they don't score because we're going to get the ball back. So I think they just kind of said we're going to leave it in their hands, and if they start to really
right. So nothing was ever officially signaled. So all I did in the book was put him down for another 8-yard gain because that's what he had picked up. But DC will get the ball first. First half numbers. I don't think this is any shock, but GSL has really moved the ball fairly well tonight. Miss Jaskoliak, 16 carries, 128 unofficially on my count for him. Of course, the 1 touchdown. Jacob Christensen, big game for him tonight. He has not been a huge factor in the running game until tonight, really, for GSL. 6 carries, 29 yards, and he's had a couple of really nice runs in this game. And really, and not just him, but that offensive line. I can't say enough about the offensive line. They've done a great job getting that push right away on these plays.
Yeah, and you know, we saw last game a lot too as GSL mixed up. You saw Jaskoliak, of course, with the game that he had, but then you saw a lot of Zach Nowak coming in and getting some of these runs. And last week, Jacob Christensen didn't really get going until that second half all of a sudden. Well, now here tonight, they've mixed something up a little bit. Like I said, they ended up throwing the 2 running backs out and leaving that empty backfield with just Jake Christensen back there. And they found a way to get him to get some extra yards there. But Jake Christensen, like I said, him too coming out here when I was walking into the stadium and that first group of guys coming out to the field to warm up, he was the leader there. And you could tell he was pumped and ready to go. And I think he's really showing his enthusiasm and his athleticism here tonight in this game.
And on the offensive side for DC, not a whole lot to speak of. Greg Clark just 1 for 1 for 22 yards. Eli Gilman 0 for 2 passing in the game. And I should mention that Jackson Sifter 0 for 2 passing as well in the game tonight. For DC, leading rusher, Monty Gilman, the freshman. Yes. Leading rusher, 3 carries for 19 yards. Eli was 6 carries for 5 yards. Remember, sacks do count against him, so he's got 16 yards lost due to 2 sacks in this game, and 6 yards for Hayden Horniman on 6 yards on 3 carries, and Keaton Johnson 7 carries for 6 yards. So I run through that list of yardage there.
Yeah.
That's less than 50 yards, probably closer to 40, just going off the top of my head, for rushing yards. Anyway, that 122-yard pass. This defense for GSL has had an amazing night, and I'm sure that the coaches on the DC side noted that. Coach Ryan probably is going to go talk with his offensive line about trying to get things rolling because they have been stifled. And all really, I think, helped with the big move that GSL made this week was putting Zach Bowles right over center and just saying, blow the play up the middle. We'll figure out the rest with everybody else.
Yeah, and we've always talked about in the past, right? They would always throw in what we like to always call the NASCAR package, right? You throw somebody small in there. The one guy that comes to mind always that I always remember is Varsity. He was a guy 160, maybe 160. We're looking at maybe even 150 on the line, in the front, in the middle, on that nose guard position. And you're like, well, what is he doing? Well, that's all he's there for, is get off the ball, get through the gap, and put some pressure. And we've seen GSL do this 5-man front before with the 5-3. And, of course, Jake Bowles just doing a great job, or Zach Bowles, I'm sorry, doing a great job of getting down there, and you can just watch it. He is on all fours. He's got the 4-point stance, and he just goes with a shoulder in first and just plowing in and going, I don't care which side I go, I'm getting in the backfield. And that's been a huge factor here tonight because the funny thing, too, it's so fun to watch. He's selecting. It's left side. Oh, I'm going right now. And now he mixes it up enough, and you throw a center off pretty good, especially if you end up picking the right way the ball is going. So it's been very fun to watch him here, and he's been very physical.
Yeah, I think of Von Bergen had a wrestler that was about 160. I'm blanking on the name, but I just having that little small jump. And I think the big thing that's doing for GSL is really taking away the option game that DC likes to run off that way because he's so quick on a couple of plays that Eli's been able to run with the option. He's had a guy on him as soon as he makes the turn off center. Yeah, and it's because you get some of that guard and tackle play now where they come down to try to help pick up that shooting gap blitzer. But you break up that mesh play in the middle with the fullback, right? You've already broken that up. So now Gilman's got to try to find that pitch or keep it himself. Remind you, all with a out there as well. So now your traction's not as good, and it's harder to get going, harder to get outside, a couple of slips out there. There's a lot of factors that come in, and mentally, can they maintain it? And right now, they are being more mentally strong in this game than what DC has. GSL leading 7-0 over DC. That's your halftime report and stats. Brother Helmet of Minnesota will take a 3-minute time here on KARP.
It's time to check the selection of new and used vehicle? Yes. Great parts and service? Yes. Pandemic protocols? Yes. That's Hope Motors in Cokato on Highway 12. That's right, come in and see us. We have a great selection of new and used vehicles, many of which will come with a complimentary lifetime powertrain warranty. We have an award-winning parts and service staff, so come and see us on Highway 12 or check us out online at www.hopemotors.com.
Meeker Memorial Hospital and Clinics is proud to sponsor local high school sports. At Meeker Memorial, our team of providers, nurses, and staff is committed to providing care as it should be. Whether it's at our East or West Clinic in Litchfield, our clinic in Dassel, our specialty clinic, or in our emergency department, you can count on us to provide you and your family access to state-of-the-art health care, accompanied by personalized care. That's our commitment to you. That's our commitment to our community. Find us online at meekermemorial.org. Care as it should be.
Are you empowered? If not, it's easy to get yourself empowered so you can do more and do it faster with the Bobcat M-Series loader from Farm Right Equipment of Dassel. Farm Right Equipment of Dassel invites you to check out the M-Series features that let you do more work with one machine. Features like stronger hydraulics, a bigger, more comfortable cab, greater operator comfort, and all-around support. So get empowered with the Bobcat M-Series loader. Stop by your authorized Bobcat dealership, Farm Right Equipment of Equip.com.
At Factory Direct Furniture, they give you more choices. They have over 150 recliners in stock for immediate pickup or delivery. Plus, shop their wide selection of over 30 mattresses on display with brand names like iComfort, Serta, Mattress First, and Therapeutic, all at the guaranteed lowest price. Custom order sofas from hundreds of fabrics and leathers, starting at just $6.99. Factory Direct Furniture, located in Hutchinson on Highway 7 East. More choices, unbelievable prices.
Parts City Auto Parts of Cokato takes pride in providing their customers with the best inventory, service, and pricing possible. They offer a huge selection of brand name auto parts from trusted manufacturers. Parts City Auto Parts not only offers automotive parts, but also heavy-duty parts and filters, ag parts, and small engine parts, tools, and much more. Parts City Auto Parts of Cokato, located right now.
Next to your home, your car is your biggest investment. Don't settle for less. Go with Rick and the experts at Pro Auto Glencoe. They're a full-service auto and light truck repair facility that can handle jobs in all makes and models from the simple to complex. See the pros at Pro Auto Glencoe.
Low prices and great selection are what you'll find every day at Coburn Superstore. The freshest produce, freshest meat, a complete line of frozen items, a full-service pharmacy, deli, and convenience store are all available at Coburn's. It's all at Coburn Superstore on 11th Street in Glencoe.
Welcome back, everyone. Stevens Seminary Stadium, 7-0 lead in favor of GSL. As we get ready for the second half, DC will have the ball first to start the second half in the game here tonight. So a couple other finals from around the area. The East Central South Division finals from earlier today. Litchfield 42-14 over Holy Family in their game tonight. The Glencoe Light and Power scoreboard and fully defeated Watertown Mayor 18-7 in other action. So Litchfield stays undefeated. They improved to 3-0. Next week, GSL takes on Watertown Mayor, and that'll wrap up all four teams that are in the section that are also in the district. So they'll have a good feel for the most of this half, over half of the section teams. With next week wrapped up, and then they get Annandale, who's ranked number 1 in Class AAA. Of course, DC is ranked number 5, and then Zimmerman to wrap up the regular season. Zimmerman's had a rough start to the season, so we'll see how things go on that one. On week 6, so 2 weeks, 3 weeks from yesterday. I can't remember how things are. You know what's funny, and this is, I was thinking of this Tuesday while the snowstorm was going on, remember?
Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
The late October snowstorm of 2020 as we refer to it.
I was there.
That would have been first round of the playoffs had this year been normal.
Yeah, it would have been.
And those games would not have happened.
No, it wouldn't have. It probably wouldn't have.
Probably had to play Wednesday and then bump back that Saturday to probably Monday, my guess would be.
And to be honest with you, it would have been really fun to watch them games in those elements.
I remember Rockford, that section title with GSL. You mentioned that in the pregame. GSL and Jordan, that section championship. Well, the two other games I remember snow happening during. Well, 3. One last year when GSL knocked off Annandale. Here, that was last year. Then you had the section title with GSL and Jordan up in Rockford, where that was like the one spot in the entire state it was snowing that night.
Right.
And then the state semifinal against Newland and Spicer.
Right.
Up at Eden Prairie.
Yeah, you're right. Absolutely.
So those are the ones that all the snow games have been very memorable one way or the other. Not quite as positive for GSL fans in that history, but still have been fun and memorable games nonetheless.
Right. Just going to make another quick note, of course, 2 guys for GSL, their nights are complete here tonight. They will not be playing anymore. Jay Neeker, of course, is the first one. He had that little shoulder injury, of course. He's bandaged up, holding tight, so I'm sure he'll probably have to go get that looked at. Also, Mitch Klockman, he is on the sideline here now. He actually has a set of crutches. So not sure what's going on with him. We haven't really seen. We know he hobbled off. Seemed to be that the left foot is what we're kind of thinking in that, but his cleats are on yet. He doesn't have any bandages on. I don't know, maybe it's just something with the ankle there. And,
knee ankles.
Yeah, and they're probably telling him keep everything, tied up there and tight so that way you don't get any more swelling. So that's probably why he's just got the cleats on yet. But
if you just let the outdoors ice it, that's just,
you're good in that too, yeah.
You get free ice tonight.
Right.
Just grab some snow, just put it on your knee or wherever, and you're good.
Yep. But, of course, those 2 guys, their nights are done here for GSL.
And those are 2 key parts of the offense and defense. They play both of those guys play both well. Equally not a ton on the offensive side, but especially defensively, those are 2 big losses for the Panthers.
So it'll be interesting to see who they're going to throw in there for him on defensive side of the ball. My guess is you probably will see Caden Lang in there. filling in for him as he kind of started the season off in the linebacking core, but he's kind of been removed since then. But then offensively, you're probably going to see Zach Nowak in there a little bit more. But they do have a couple other guys, too, that they can throw in at the running back position.
Well, Nowak will be the main one, and then they might go to Rushmeyer potentially, depending upon how things are set up.
Yeah, Carter Rushmeyer, and I'm trying to think who else they always had in there, too, though.
Well, they had Higgins last week.
Higgins, yeah, they had Higgins in there last week. There you go.
Aaron Higgins. I got to make sure I don't say Will's name, because I'm sure I will on a couple of points. It's time for your kickoff, brought to you by Sankin Seeds in Brownton, reminding you to get yourself ready for the 2021 harvest season. Sankin Seeds in Brownton. Kickoff is away. Be caught on the run, taking it up the middle with it is Link. He's got it across the 25 to the 30, and he's knocked down across the 30 up to the 35-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10. Nowak with the tackle on that one. 1st and 10 for DC at their own 35, trailing 7-0 to GSL. As they'll come out, and we'll see who will be under center here for the Chargers. It's still anticipated Eli Gilman, but again, remember, if Gilman isn't under center, that just means he's somewhere as a receiver or running back.
Yep.
So there's no, like, freebie just because he's not a QB.
Right.
And they will come out with their wishbone backfield. Eli Gilman under center, want him in the fullback. Takes the snap, turn, hand off, left side with it. That's Monty Gilman looking, finding a little bit of running room, keeping his feet moving, keeping going. Now finally stopped across the 25 up to the, the 35 up to the 40 and the 41-yard line. Actually, yep, that's where they'll spot him. Pick up a 6 for Monty Gilman.
Fast, high-tempo offense here once again for DC. Great job by Caden Lang being the first play in there for him, crashing down hard, getting around the ankles immediately. Nice job by Caden Lang.
2nd and 4. Gilman under center, turn, hand off with it. Keaton Johnson found a little bit of a gap up the middle, bounces it left side. He'll get close to a first down, but be stopped just shy of it. Pick up a 3 for Keaton Johnson, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1 for DC. You have to think with the way they run the ball, and actually they're going to back it up. It's going to be 3rd and 2. Where they run the ball, if it's 4th and 1 or 4th and 2, this might be 4-down territory for DC. They're at their own 43-yard line. Eli Gilman under center, takes a snap, turn, hand off left side with it. Monty Gilman with the carry, he'll have the first down, and be brought down across the 45 to the 46-yard line, and enough for a first down, a pick up a 3.
Even though he got that first down, good job, Zach Voles, again, just coming in, putting that pressure, being on that nose tackle on the defensive line, gets in there right away, wraps him up around the ankles.
First drive of the second half of the Glencoe Light and Power scoreboard. GSL leading 7-0, 10:50 left to go in the 3rd quarter. Eli Gilman, the quarterback for DC, under center, wishbone backfield behind him on this 1st and 10. Takes a snap, fakes a pitch left, keeps it up the middle as Eli Gilman looking for him, strafing across up to midfield before he finally gets stood up and driven backwards there for a pickup of 4. Never got himself fully going at him, but it's always one of those with him. It's almost like watching Lamar Jackson at times.
Yeah.
He's just kind of weaving. You just wait for when that foot goes in the ground, the turbo's hit.
Yeah, definitely. He's just that guy, like I said, very smooth, calm, collective back there, and he's not afraid just to let things progress in front of him. 2nd
and 6, takes the snap, going to fake it to the fullback, keep up the middle with it. Gilman driving the legs, keeps himself going, pick up a 3, pick up a 4 as he'll fall forward. And it'll bring up a 3rd and 1. So Eli Gilman keeping that one. And it'll be 3rd and 1 for DC as they hurry up. First drive here of the second half. They're into GSL territory at the GSL 46-yard line. Need to get to the GSL 44.5. We'll call it for a first down. Eli Gilman relays the play to his offense. Gets under center, ducks under, ball on the left hash, fakes a pitch left, fakes a pitch right, goes left with it, and he dives forward. Is he going to be enough for a first down or not? He was ankle tackled. He tried to outstretch himself, and if they go by the far judge, I think he's short. It'll be 4th and inches, I believe. Yeah, they're going to spot at the 45. He's a pickup of 1, so not enough for a first down. Brings up a 4th and inches now for DC. And they look over to the sideline for the play call is Eli Gilman on this 4th and inches at the GSL 45-yard line. Need to get to the 44.5. It's about a football length for a first down. Gilman under center on this 4th and inches. False start by their center. There has to be a flag. There was no flag. No one else moved outside of the center and Voles. How is that not?
Yeah, and both the side judges just throw their hands up like nothing was wrong.
And it's a first down, a pickup of 2 for Eli Gilman.
Boy, that does not even make sense.
I don't understand that, but there we go. First down for DC. Big pickup there. Wishbone backfield, ball in the left hash. Gilman still standing. Now he peers back. He'll duck under center with 23 on the play clock. Still plenty of time. Takes the snap. Fakes a toss right. Keeps it left side. Eli Gilman's got it. Got a little bit of room. He gets up and he's brought down across the 35 to the 33-yard line. On the play, pickup of 9 for Gilman. So now they've incorporated a deep for Eli Gilman, using the other two running backs as the lead blockers. Pick up a 9.
Sorry, I'm just watching guys run all over the place here. It's like they were lost for a second. Now they got GSL's ready to go.
2nd and 1, toss play left side with it. Johnson looking to get to the edge. He'll have the first down, knocked down at the 30-yard line. He'll have a first down and a pickup of 3. On the way for Keaton Johnson going left side. So the offense for DC, which was stymied throughout the entire first half, has found just a little bit of footing here on this first drive of the second half.
Caden Lang does a good job getting in there. Biggest thing I'd like to see improvement out of him right now. I know he's just gotten in there, but taking the correct line to that running back. Right now he's trying to run everyone down from behind.
First and 10 at the GSL 29-yard line. Going left to right is DC. Opening drive of the second half. Hand off with it left side. Monty Gilman got a little bit of a hole to run through. Now gets stood up and driven backwards.
Good job.
Does not get up to the 25. He gets to the 26-yard line. Pick up a 3 for Monty Gilman.
Good job right there. That's going to be number 89, Toby Noldner, as well as Caden Lang getting in behind, not allowing too many on that carry.
Remember the defense without Klockman and Eaker, both hurt in the first half of this game. They will not be returning. 2nd and 7, Eli Gilman under center, gets the snap, going to keep it going right side, gives the pitch out to Keaton Johnson, look for a cutback lane. He found a little bit of one. Now he's got a big one across the 20 to the 15, to the 10 to the 5. He's into the end zone, but a flag on the play. They'll signal the touchdown. We'll see what it is before. It's a 26-yard touchdown run if it stands for Keaton Johnson, but I don't believe it will, judging by the celebration or the lack thereof from the DC Chargers.
Yeah, and I think you're going to see it's going to be Bo Leppo. It kind of gets wrapped up on there, but even Jacob Christensen, he's kind of trying to shake off his elbow there a little bit, like maybe just got a stinger there too, but Bo Leppo got completely lit up, but then just tore straight down to the ground, which they're going to call a holding call on that. And that's
I think that might have been Eli Gilman, actually, that made that, had that holder. Monty, one of the two.
Yep.
They were both in that vicinity.
That's exactly it. They're going to call a holding call.
Spot foul, so 10 yards back from where the foul was located. So they had a 2nd and 7. I think it's a 2nd and 8 now.
Yes.
For DC, but ball in the left hash. Now their offense starting to click here for the Chargers. 7:42 left to go in the third quarter. 7-0 lead in favor of GSL over DC. Eli Gilman under center with a wishbone backfield. Hand off with it right side. Keaton Johnson looking to find room. Not much off of center right side. He'll get up to the 25-yard line for a pickup of 3.
Good job by GSL's defense getting in there right away, wrapping up two big guys, and then Nathan Warner as well as Zach Voles. Not a big guy there, but he's playing like one here tonight, constantly adding pressure and busting anything up that middle.
3rd and 6 for DC at the GSL 25-yard line, going left to right with the wind to what there is still, going across the field near side to far. Gilman with a hard count, no one flinched for GSL. He peeks back up from under center, goes and yells out the offensive play with 10 on the play clock to the rest of his teammates. Spins around for the running backs. Now he ducks back under center with a wishbone backfield behind him on a 3rd and 6. Takes a snap to Gilman. Hand off right side. Keaton Johnson with it. Got a cut back line. Little bit of room. He's got a first down. He's got more. And he's finally brought down at the 15-yard line. Here's Keaton Johnson for a pickup of 10 and a big first down as he found just enough of a cutback lane. Not sure what happened on the backside, Adam, but it looked like they've been kind of waiting for that, and that's what they got the touchdown on before it got called back.
I think they're really overplaying a little bit that pitch outside, right? But Keaton able to just get that stutter step and come back in.
Keep left side with it. Eli Gilman staying on his feet, breaks one arm tackle, then another inside that 10, and dives forward up until the 8-yard line for a pickup of 7 on first down as this opening drive, the second half continues. This will be the 14th play. The first 13 have all been run plays. For DC, it's 2nd and 4 at the GSL 9-yard line. 6:10 and counting left to go in the third quarter. Gilman under center, takes a snap, fakes a pitch left, follows the lead blockers to the left, and he'll dive it in. Touchdown, Eli Gilman from 9 yards out on that one. Faked the pitch right, kept it left, had the blocking there, and DC is an extra point away from tying this game up.
Yeah, just does a good job selling the fake there, but then DC's offensive line has just done a great job, especially on that left side, really securing them the defense and then getting him into that end zone. And now, of course, I like to call this formation the Daffy Duck formation, but they come back in to make it all a complete unit here for the field goal.
Kyle Aho to kick. To hold is Kellen Link. Snap is high, gets it down, kick is up, end over end, and it is good. So a 6:02 left to go in the third quarter. The scoreboard now reads GSL and DC tied at 7. The Glencoe Light and Power scoreboard. We're back after this on KARP.
Proud to offer urgent care 7 days a week for athletic and sports injuries as well as general health issues. Urgent care means better access to the immediate care you need. Find out more at hutchhealth.com. Hutchinson Health regular clinic hours are Monday through Friday, 8 till 5. Your car or truck looking like new with a stop at Glencoe Collision Center. Eric Maytag and his crew specialize in collision and auto body dent repair, accessories, glass. They offer free estimates and work with all insurance companies. Trust the experts at Glencoe Collision Center.
Lakes Gas is your #1 source for propane in the area. Whether it's propane to heat your home, for your stove or grill, your water heater, and more, check first with Lakes Gas. Call or stop by Lakes Gas Company, located right off Highway 7 in Silver Lake, your #1 local source for propane.
65-yard touchdown drive for DC. 14 plays, all of them runs. Gilman, Eli Gilman with a 9-yard touchdown run. Extra point from Aho up and good. Gives us a 7-7 score on the Glencoe Light and Power scoreboard. With 6:02 left to go in the third quarter. Teddy Bergquist to kick it off, going left to right. Time for another same concedes and Broughton kickoff. And the kick is away from Bergquist. It's a high, short kick. Caught at the 15-yard line, the far hash, cutting it back across the field, right to left, and not much going there for Christensen. Great tackle in the open field by Bo Nelson to bring him down at the 19-yard line. 1st and 10 at their own 19 for the GSL Panthers, and the offense coming out onto the field for the first drive of the second half. Their first drive.
Yeah, their first drive of the second half. And like you said, just a long, methodical run all the way down from DC in that last series, or the first series of the second half here. And they found a way. You know, like I said, it's always interesting how these teams go in at halftime. They do their adjustments. They talk to everybody, where they're lining up, how do we correct the blocking. DC found a way to march all the way down and get in that end zone.
Wing T, no, make it a single setback. 2 wideouts wide to the right. Under center is Stifter. Christian's a single setback. They'll hand it off. No, keep left side with it. Jackson Stifter. He's got a little bit of room across the 20 to the 25. Breaks an arm tackle across the 30. 35. Knocked down at the 40. Actually stepped out of the 36-yard line. A pickup of 16 for Stifter on the first play of the second half offensively for GSL.
Good job by Jackson Stifter there. Just makes a great read, and of course that's probably just the set play, right? We've done this before. Let's make them really think that Christensen is going to get it. We roll out, we get down the field. Beautiful job by Jackson Stifter selling that.
And it worked so well because in the first half that Christensen run worked extremely well. 1 wide out to each side, I formation backfield. Deep man is Jaskoliak in that backfield. They'll hand it off to the fullback. Christensen up the middle, gets stood up at the 40-yard line and driven back there for a pickup of 3 for Christensen.
Great job by Christensen, just keeping the head down, chopping those legs. And let me tell you what, I mean, he's not a very big guy out there, but he's got some muscle on him. But he hit a wall right there and just kind of was stopped and stood straight up, but still never let those feet stop chopping and gets down in there, getting some positive yardage for GSL.
5'10", 180 is Christensen at fullback. He's blocking for a much smaller guy in Jaskoliak, who's 6'3", 220. Wait, hold on.
Hold on, does this make sense?
Nope, math isn't there. Butcher goes wide right, no lock to the left, a pro set backfield for GSL. Actually a slanted eye with Jaskoliak, the deep man on the 2nd and 7. They'll hand it off, no, keep left side with it. Stifter trying to break an arm tackle, spun around, standing up, gain maybe a yard, might be 2 if you're generous, before he gets driven backwards. We'll call it a pickup of 1 for Stifter going left side with it. On that mesh play, kept it trying to go left. It'll bring up a 3rd and 6 for GSL. And feels like a big play in this game for the Panthers here offensively with a 3rd and 6.
Well, definitely, and you know, you're still stuck on your side of the field here, and you're trying to get across that 50, but DC just put up 7, right? Game's tied. It's 0-0 now, and now you got to try to find a way to get that momentum back on your side. So this is a huge third down coming up. You got to get the first down here if you can.
3rd and 6, 2 wideouts to the right, Butcher wide right, I formation backfield for GSL. Quick snap, bobble, toss play, right side, Jaskoliak gets it, looking to find a room, cut back lane, finds it, first down and more, across midfield, across the 45. He stretched, he waited, but a flag on the play on the far sideline. Oh, he waited for a lane to appear. He got the spot, but the reason he got that spot is there was a hold on the outside.
I was going to say, for a botched snap and a quick pitch out there quickly with a lot of pressure coming at Jaskoliak, he really made something big happen there. And of course, GSL gets the hold. It's going to come back, and even Butcher is trying to ask, well, what did I do wrong here? Because they're going to call it on him. And the head judge just said, you held him, man.
You wrapped him up.
Get back to your line.
You gave him a hug. You can't give him a hug.
You can't hug the man. I do want to say, though, too, because of just how times are right now, and we're all looking out for each other, too, by playing physical games at the same time. Both great sportsmanship by both of these teams here tonight so far. These guys have done a spectacular job helping each other up, patting each other on the back end there a little bit. It's been fun to watch how the sportsmanship has always been there.
I was going to say they changed which hash mark the ball was on. They're going to put it back on the far side, but it will be a 3rd and 17, 3rd and 16 here for GSL. Not many plays in the playbook that are designed to get you 16.
No.
Stifter gets the play call, was halfway out on the field before he turned back around, and Coach Shimperly made sure to relay any sort of change that might have been made. 3rd and 16 for GSL, going right to left in this third quarter, tied at 7. Jaskoliak single wide out to the left, single wide out, no walk to the right. Christensen the single setback, takes the snap, 7-step drop, pressure, coming, sack, fumble, ball loose, on the ground, who won the race for it? We'll see.
Also a flag on the field.
And we'll see what that is. They're going to wave it off.
I think he's trying to throw the ball marker.
Yep, he was going to throw it because the ball was loose. He meant to throw the red little, the blue marker that they throw out, and the flag was too close. So a sack, but GSL recovers the fumble, but they lose even more yardage back to the 6-yard line. Loss of 7 on that play. Second, boy, if you're DC, Adam, this is exactly what the doctor ordered to start this second half.
Yeah, definitely there. And Stifter just does a good job of stepping back into pass, but at the same time, no blocking on the outside. You got to get rid of that ball.
Silas punt is away. Far, actually, middle of the field takes a good GSL roll inside, across midfield, and up to the 41-yard line is where DC will start. 1st and 10 at their own 41-yard line with 3:35 left to go in the third quarter on the Glencoe Light and Power scoreboard. The score reads DC and GSL tied at 7. Flag on the play.
Oh, yeah.
Running into the kicker. Way back where the punt was. 5-yard penalty. So either GSL repunts or take its spot of. They can't.
Yeah, I think
they wanted to tack it on at the end is where they wanted to tack it on.
Yep, I think that's
where
what
the punt was, and that's exactly what will happen. So it'll be 1st and 10 at their own 36 for DC. So now what adjustments does the defense make for GSL, or what is DC? 1st and 10 at their own 36, going left to right, wishbone backfield. Eli Gilman, the quarterback, ducks under center. Ball on the left hash, takes the snap, fakes the pitch, right, goes left side, bouncing it outside, gets across the 40, wrapped up. No, he breaks an arm tackle. He's across midfield to the 45 to the 35. And that's where he's knocked out of bounds is Gilman. Actually, they'll spot him back at the 43-yard line, but a big pick up there on 1st down, a pick up of 21 for Eli Gilman.
That's going to be the biggest thing here. That play has continued to work for him, and I think they're going to continue that play until GSL really can find a way to slow him down.
1st and 10, and just like that, they're in GSL territory. Is DC 1st and 10 at the GSL 43-yard line. Gilman, fumbled snap, ball loose, left side, who got it? Did it the Panthers? Yes, they did. GSL football on the fumbled snap. Gilman never came up with it. Riley Butcher came up with it for GSL.
And I think Gilman just backed out a little early there as that snap comes to him and hits him in the fingertips. And same thing too, though, guys. Like I said, it's wet out there. That ball can be a little wet sometimes, and if you're backing out and the fingertips are just sliding across it, it's going to pop out there. And that's exactly what happened. Good job, Riley Butcher, noticing the ball on the ground, yelling, screaming, diving onto it. A big turnover there for GSL to get that ball back.
So a huge fumble. The first turnover, the first official turnover of the game. Of course, DC had the block punt. 1st and 10 at their own 44-yard line. I-formation backfield toss, trying to go left side, looking for some Riddles Jaskowiak, looking for the cutback lane. Stiff arms a man into the ground, but doesn't get too far, and a flag on the play late.
I think they're going to call a foul on Jaskowiak.
Yeah, because he might have grabbed and turned grabbed and turned on the face mask. You can grab it, but you can push. You can't grab and turn it all.
Yeah, I'm just curious how the guy was falling, so how does he get the grab and turn on it?
Oh, defense, my bad. Hold on. Nope. Offense, yep, there we go. 250 will be making sure their voices are heard right now.
Absolutely, and not only that, Scott Chimperly letting the referee know what he's thinking.
Well, he's normally a calm person on the sideline. Rarely does he ever get excited.
Not very animated.
Rarely excitable.
No, not a very animated person.
So now, personal foul, so backs him up 10 yards, so it's 1st and 20 now for GSL at their own 34-yard line, going right to left. 3:12 left to go in this third quarter. Score tied at 7 between DC and GSL. You want to break out any more overtime stats while we're at it? Single wide out, Baumgarten to the left. Wing T backfield for GSL. Stifter takes a snap. Mesh play, keep up the middle. Not much. He'll get across the 35 to the 36, but he got bent in about 6 different directions getting those 2 yards.
Yeah, tough play right there. Like you said, he does a good job, but he ends up kind of getting hit back a little bit there and has to kind of get stood up and then tries to take off. Just a tough play with that physical defense by DC.
2nd and 18 upcoming for GSL. 2:35 and counting left to go in the third quarter. 7 all the score. Jaskowiak a score at the end of the first quarter. Eli Gilman. So the two guys everyone had circled on their sheets. Two guys that have scored the touchdowns in today's game. Gilman a 9-yard run to start the second half. Both extra points are good, and we're tied at 7. 3 on the play clock as they get under center, down to 2, down to 1, and a timeout going to have to be used here by GSL with 2:13 left to go. In the third quarter, score tied at 7. The Glencoe Light and Power scoreboard timeout, Panthers.
This timeout is brought to you by Bergman Interiors, serving the Glencoe, Hutchinson, Waconia, and Winstead areas, celebrating over 42 years of service, quality, and value. Call for your free in-home or design studio appointment today.
42 years, you say?
42 years.
That is amazing.
I want to thank Bruce and Deb, of course, for being, of course, of GSL football. And but thank you to everybody that's a sponsor. Again, we can't thank you enough because it allows you and I to do what we love to do and bring everyone these wonderful games and how much fun it is and the excitement and the memories. Not only that, especially like we say, with the times that are now, 250 only at this stadium, so it allows grandparents, relatives, friends, the student body, other people too, just to allow them to listen to
on
this
the other
game.
side, yeah.
Yeah, so we really do appreciate you sponsors allowing us to be able to bring this game to you.
Crucial timeout used there by GSL. Hopefully it doesn't come back, but that's one you don't want to have to use here early in the second half.
Right.
Wishbone backfield on a 2nd and 17. Stifter takes a snap, handoff, second man through right side with it. Jaskowiak looking to get to the edge. Good job hemming him back in defensively by DC. He will lower the shoulder and pick up a couple of yards and get it to a 3rd and 10, so he'll pick up a 7 for Jaskowiak, but you could tell almost the whole way that him, the edge contain was saying, fine, if you want to cut it inside and beat me, I got teammates that way. I don't have anybody to the outside. I'm not going to let you beat me to the outside.
Yeah, right, and that's the biggest thing right there. And GSL still has to find a way to get some of that edge blocking a little bit more out there. And again, it comes down to two things, right? Downfield blocking, first of all, from your backside linemen or running backs, and secondly is it's maintaining the block. Don't give up.
Eli Gilman checks in defensively for, I believe, the first time tonight. Takes the snap, four-man rush, has time, looks, throws deep near side. Jaskoliak goes up, gets it, first down, up to the 30, dragging two defenders with him. He had Colin Aspen and Eli Gilman saying giddy up as he carried him all the way to the 26-yard line in a huge pitch and catch from Stifter to Jaskoliak.
Aspen right there, but anyone knows Jaskoliak, a big basketball player as well, does a good job just boxing out Aspen there, able to go up and bring it in. Gilman's got to get over there fast just to help bring him down. What a beautiful job by GSL Stifter as well as Jaskoliak.
31 yards on the pitch and catch from Stifter to Jaskoliak. Handoff, Jaskoliak up the middle, right side, off guard across the 25, up to the 20-yard line. A pickup of 6 minutes left to go in this third quarter. The Glencoe Light and Power scoreboard tied at 7 between GSL and DC.
Just to talk a little bit more about that pass play, I mean, that is literally something where it's just a quick step back and launch it is all it's going to be. And just praying, hey, Mitch, just make sure you're there to pull it down. And he does a great job boxing out the Aspen there and going up and getting it.
2nd and 4 for GSL. Wishbone backfield, 30 seconds left to go. Handoff, Jaskoliak right side with it. Hurdles across the line of scrimmage. Dives forward up to the 15-yard line. He'll have enough for a first down, a pickup of 5. And I think that will be the final play of the third quarter, and it will. GSL will take it.
No.
Well, maybe they'll try and hurry up. Now they start the play clock, so they don't have to run a play.
They don't have to.
And they won't. That will do it for the third quarter of action here at Stevens Seminary Stadium. You wanted a close game, you got a close game. 7-all between DC and GSL as we go to the fourth quarter. We're back in 60 seconds here on KARP.
Been providing professional garbage and refuse removal and hauling services for their surrounding area since 1925. They offer roll-off containers for construction and cleanup, and they provide residential, commercial, industrial, rural, and residential service. Visit mumfordsanitation.com.
If you've always wanted to own the very best of something, visit your local John Deere dealer, Midwest Machinery Company of Glencoe, Stewart, and Howard Lake. John Deere quality lives in everything they build. Don't put off that.
Hey, Colin back there, let us know if we need to take any extra time on the post-game show to get all of our sponsors in or not. Just shoot Adam a text if we need to.
RecTech Outdoor Solutions.
We got our normal set of commercials for post-game, but just want to double check.
To Western, Snowdog, Hinneker, and Ebling backblade snowplows.
Okay, we're in good shape then. All right, perfect.
We just got your text, you're good.
Yep, thank you, Colin.
In Play-Doh.
Whether it's your first home or your next, call the experts at Priority One Metro West Realty of Glencoe. Brian O'Donnell and crew have been helping customers buy and sell their homes and properties for years. When it comes to real estate, go with the experts at Priority One Metro West Realty in Glencoe.
First and 10 at the DC 15-yard line for GSL. Wishbone backfield, turn handoff, right side, Jaskoliak with it, following his blockers, runs a man through across to the 10, finally gets it up around the 7 or 8, and the man-child, the freak, with jaws, is just churning and burning and getting some yardage after contact, a pickup of 8.
Jaskoliak is doing a good job. I mean, it takes a fleet of men to get him down at times, and man, oh man, he's got a lot of power behind that and a lot of aggression. He just kind of gets up and pumps the fist a little bit and says, let's go, let's punch this in. And that's what GSL really needs to do here right now. You've got all this momentum on your side. Don't lose it now. Find a way to get into that end zone.
Remember, they had a 1st and 20 earlier on this drive. Converted on the big pass play to Jaskoliak. Wishbone backfield, 2nd and 3. Handoff. Jaskoliak lowers the shoulder, gets by the initial tackler, dives forward across the 5 up to the 4-yard line. A pickup of 4 and a first down. Unofficially, that was his 21st carry for 158 yards tonight for GSL.
I don't know what Scott Chimpley saw there, but he let an official know once again, hey, you've got to make a call here on this.
There's a little bit of post-play extracurriculars.
All right. You're going to get that in these type of games, too, you know, a little jaw-jacking.
Well, there's a little bit of leftover from last year.
You bet.
GSL feels they should have won that game last year on the road, and they should have faced them in the playoffs, and they didn't. Wishbone back. Field and off right side with it. Jaskoliak with it. Pushing, diving in. Touchdown. 4-yard touchdown run. It's Jaskoliak. His 7th rushing touchdown of the season. And GSL retakes the lead with 10:52 left to go in regulation.
Great job by the offense. Just constantly blocking, trying to seal something off. Jaskoliak finding that little gap hole, and you can tell he just last couple runs, he just turns his shoulder and squeaks in for 6. And, of course, what that touchdown means, another $20 from Core Trust Bank to the Panther Booster Association for a grand total of $200.
Christensen to hold Silas on for a huge extra point here. High snap, gets it down. Kick is up, end over end kick is away, and it is good. 10:52 left to go on the Glencoe Light and Power scoreboard. GSL leads 14-7. We're back after this on KERP.
When it comes to buying a car, a truck, minivan, or sport utility vehicle, doesn't it make sense to go where they make the car buying easy? That's Cokato Motor Sales. They have a fantastic inventory of GM automobiles, including Chevrolet and American Revolution. And when it comes to previously owned automobiles, check out a GM certified used vehicle. The right way, the right car. Your friendly hometown GM dealership with no pressure car buying, Cokato Motor Sales, East Highway 12 in Cokato.
Glencoe Regional Health is now offering telehealth visits. These online appointments are secure, HIPAA compliant, and allow you to see a Glencoe Regional Health provider without leaving your home. Schedule your appointment at 320-864-3121.
So let's turn the mics on. That'll work better. 10:52 left to go in regulation. That drive went 56 yards, 7 plays. Ends with a 4-yard touchdown run by Mitch Skoliak. Extra point from Silas up and good. Took 4:30 off the clock. 14-7 the lead in favor of GSL. Time for another Sankin Seeds and Brown kickoff. GSL kicking off, going left to right.
Oh.
Flag. Oh,
Ball down.
Fell off the tee.
Ball down.
Ball down. Ball down. Now, does the official have to come over? Nope. Okay. I didn't know if the official needs to touch the ball or not.
Yeah, I didn't know either.
On a reset there. When you only got 5 officials, it changes things.
Ball up, leave a whack up to it.
And okay, Eli Gilman was back to receive, and now he flips sides. He was on the left side. He now jumps over to our right side, the near side of the field. Silas to kick it off. It is a high kick. He'll go away from him towards Johnson. And he'll roll, he'll skip, and just missed a touchback.
A half a yard, honestly, a half a yard.
Yep, and that's exactly where the flag was thrown. Just a half yard away. If that rolls through just to the right of the pylon instead of the left, it's a touchback, and they're at the 20. First their own thing.
Looking at Coach Lemke over here, who does a lot of the special teams coaching, and he's saying, I mean, we got to go that way. Gilman's over there, too. We got all of our guys over here, and they ended up switching, but still, he almost had it into that corner, especially with the wind blowing that way, but just a little too much foot underneath that ball.
It's the game of don't kick it directly to Eli Gilman. You try and keep it out of his hands as much as possible. GSL's done a good job slowing him down, so GSL capitalizes on the turnover, turns it into points. Puts themselves ahead, wishbone backfield, Eli Gilman under center. Takes the snap, fakes the pitch left, goes to the right side with it. Gilman hurdles past the first man on the line of scrimmage. He'll get across the 40, up to the 42 for a pickup of 7 for Gilman.
That time, instead of faking one way and faking the handoff and then going back the other way, rolling out, he decides to fake one way and stay that way. And GSL does a good job, even though he got some good yards. They're still sniffing that out, not allowing him to get in that open field.
2nd and 3. 14-7 GSL leading over DC with 10:25 and counting left to go in regulation. Monty Gilman has to get confirmation on the play from Hayden Horneman, the fullback. Eli Gilman ducks under center on the 2nd and 3. Takes the snap, turn, handoff up the middle with it. Keaton Johnson looking, diving, blowed his way forward. He'll get a first down. Pickup of 3. Player for GSL getting swung to the ground right as the whistles were blowing, and there's some chirping going on.
Going to be Jacob Christensen that gets taken down there. It's not even the fact that it was close to the whistle, it's just the fact of an offensive lineman pulling down a defender like that.
1st and 10 at their own 45-yard line for DC. Toss play to the right side. Monty Gilman looking, trying to find a cutback lane. He gets stood up and brought backwards. He'll get a pickup of 3 before he got tackled well behind the line of scrimmage. They'll give him
maybe a yard.
Well, they're going to say he kept trying to go forward, and they're only going to give him a yard. I thought it might have been 2 or 3, but they're only going to give him a yard on that carry for Monty Gilman, as they just did with a straight toss to him to the right side. Surprised they haven't gone more with Horneman here tonight.
Yeah, they definitely have stayed away from him, but that might be because of Zach Voles constantly putting pressure up that middle.
2nd and 9. Eli Gilman under center. fakes a toss right, looking to go left, bounces to the outside, looking for room. He breaks one arm tackle, and good job holding on by Erichetta onto the jersey of Gilman. Otherwise, he might have been off to the races. A pickup of 10 and a first down.
Erichetta there just does a good job of holding on for dear life onto that jersey there and pulling Gilman down, but just a big play right there. Some good pressure, but just not enough on the outside on this side for Gilman to get down that field.
First and 10 at the GSL 45. Ball in the left hash, wishbone backfield. Eli Gilman under center. Takes a snap, hand off up the middle. Monty Gilman tries to bounce it to the right side. He'll spear it. Ball's out. Hey, it's pulled away. Warner with it. Warner brings it up, cross up to midfield. He ripped it away from Monty Gilman. He gets the turnover, and the Panthers get their second of the game. But what a huge play on a senior captain, Nathan Warner. What a spectacular Nathan Warner there. He just comes underneath Gilman right there, gets that both his arms around the ball, and look, as he's going down, pulls and strips it out, and he's down. Beautiful job by the Warner. Well, I'll play GSL now. They have it first. Field, lean by. First. Right hand under center. Christensen, the fullback. No Lonkin, Jaskoliak, the deep guys. They'll hand it off. Second and through right side. Jaskoliak tried to hop away from the initial tackler. Wasn't able to do so. Good job on that play by number 58, Will O'Brien, to make the tackle and bring him down for just a pickup of 1 for Jaskoliak.
Still ended up getting a yard there, but just a little too much pressure in the backfield by DC right there. Offensive line, a couple of these guys are going both ways too. They're gassed after that little bit of defense there, but hey, got to just take some deep breaths there, settle down a little bit, make sure you're reading on your keys to make your blocks.
Second and 9. They'll come out with a wide out, actually a wing T backfield. Butcher the single wide out to the right. Stifton under center, takes a snap, handoff up the middle. Christensen, boy, that offensive line just kind of giving him a nice caravan up across the 45 to the 44-yard line. Pickup of 5 for Christensen. Clock rolling here in the fourth quarter. GSL leading by 7, a third and 4 upcoming at the DC 44-yard line. And here you have to figure, Adam, this is 4-down territory, provided GSL doesn't lose a big bunch of yardage or, beyond 2 yards, I would say. If it's beyond that, I'd say they probably go for it.
Yeah, you have 7:44 left in the clock here, and if you can get something to move close to that first down, definitely 4-down territory.
Wishbone backfield, Baumgarten single wide out to the right, they'll hand it off. Jaskoliak right side, dive off guard. He'll pick up another yard on the carry, and that'll bring up 4th down, and here comes that.
I think he's gonna go for it.
Yep. Offense staying out on the field. In worst case, even if you just go to hard count here, fine. Well, if you take the delay a game. Oh, there's a lot of conversation going on now. 20 on the play clock. They haven't sent Stifter in yet. Still standing on the sideline. 7 minutes and counting left to go in the
I think they're gonna kick
in the fourth quarter, and GSL will bring out the punt unit with 5, and they're going to, just take the delay a game here.
Yep.
And also now, if you're going to punt, make sure that with Stifter, he gets that punt off quickly. Or, excuse me, Silas, he's got to get that punt away quickly.
Yeah, the biggest thing is here now, special teams, we didn't have it as one of our keys, right? But we had it as, we always talk about how detrimental special teams is, and they could make or break your game here. And so right now, you got to make sure you have your blocking. You're just blocking. That's all you need to do. Block, and allow him to get this kickoff.
Silas to punt from his own 39-yard line. 2 guys back to receive by the 10. Gets the snap, pressure coming. Gets the punt away. Good punt from Silas. That'll go over the head of the return. It's up. It kicks up at the 5, and it's down at the 3. And it's a long field. Silas with a little bit of redemption on that punt after having one blocked earlier. He pins DC deep at their own 3-yard line.
Damian Silas, that is the reason why GSL works so hard with him to get him on this football team. And the kid wanted to be on here as well, and you can just tell the love for this game he's got, but also just how much this team corrals around him. Great job by him, and it's special team plays like this that really make a difference. And I tell you, for him being a punter now this year, which we always saw him as the kicker no matter what, but now coming as punting, Huge production out of Damian Silas.
Let's also tip the cap there. That was a huge stop by the DC defense.
Yes.
Off of the turnover. They get the ball back. They're deep in their own territory. Wishbone backfield. Eli Gilman under center. Actually, that's Clark. He'll hand it off to Eli Gilman. He's going right side looking for a cutback lane. He finds it across the 5. He's got a lot of room to the left. He's across the 20, the 30, 40, midfield, 45, 40, 35, 30. He's going to jog himself on into the end zone and tie the game up with 6:17 left to go. Gilman, 97 yards for Eli Gilman.
Just a huge play right there. And Gilman, like we said, very shifty back there. Waits until things kind of unfold for him. And he sees that there's a wide open field over here towards the GSL sideline, and he's able to get past, sucked all the defenders down to that left side, and away he goes down the field, and GSL knows right then and there that it's going to be a tough one to catch him. And that's a huge play and a huge run there by Gilman and the DC Chargers.
6:15 left to go. One play, extra point here for Aho. It is up, and that's shanked a little bit. It's short. And it's no good, and GSL will have the lead with 6:15 left to go in regulation. GSL leads by 1. The Glencoe Light and Power scoreboard 14-13. Panthers lead back after this on KARP.
Clinics is proud to sponsor local high school sports. At Meeker Memorial, our team of providers, nurses, and staff is committed to providing care as it should be. Whether it's at our East or West Clinic in Litchfield, our clinic in Dassel, our specialty clinic, or in our emergency department, you can count on us to provide you and your access to state-of-the-art health care, accompanied by personalized care. That's our commitment to you. That's our commitment to our community. Find us online at meekermemorial.org. Care as it should be.
Dairy Queen in Glencoe invites you in for a great meal or tasty treat every day of the week. Try their Blizzard of the Month, a full line of Brazier foods, meal combos, and more. And don't forget a delicious DQ cake just right for any special occasion. It's all at Dairy Queen in Glencoe.
One play, 97 yards. Eli Gilman, touchdown run. Extra point, no good. So it gives GSL a 1-point lead, 14-13 with 6:15 left to go. Time for their sink and see kickoff. Juskoyak will catch it on the run at the 20-25 far side. Stiff arms a man at the 30 and he'll run out of bounds shy of the 35-yard line. Spot him at the 34, 1st and 10 for GSL. At their own yard line, 6-10 leading in regulation. And now DC gets the big stop after the turnover, then the touchdown on the next play. But the missed extra point, Adam, is the difference right now. It's a 1-point lead for GSL. 6:10 left to go. This is Panther football, right?
Yeah, GSL right now, the biggest thing with them is they can't lose sight of what they have been doing, right? Constant smash mouth, hard physical football. Keep moving that ball down the field methodically.